Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with the Laredo Lemurs pregame show.
All right, good evening, Lemurs fans. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer coming to you live from Uni-Trade Stadium as we get ready for the second game of a three-game set with the Laredo Lemurs taking on the Sioux Falls Canaries. So the Lemurs lost last night's ball game. They look to rebound here today as the Lemurs ended up going down 8-5 in the opener of this series. And the winning pitcher last night for the Sioux Falls Canaries was Chase Johnson. The save went to James Jones last night for the Canaries, and the loss ended up going to Ryan Beckman for the Laredo Lemurs. Ryan Beckman, a tough loss loser there in a situation where he had to come in with a runner at second base to start off the international tiebreaker. So the Lemurs lose that game 8-5. We'll go ahead and recap it for you real quick here for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs got on board in the first inning. They actually started off pretty well in yesterday's ball game before they took the loss. In fact, Ty Morrison got his first of 6 hits last night in the first inning. And after one out was made, Dennis Phipps ended up coming up to the plate with a runner at second base. Actually, a runner at third because there was a box. So this is Dennis Phipps at the plate with Ty Morrison at third base. The pitch swung on. A fly ball hit into center field. It's high in the air. Moving back on the ball is Bishop. Bishop will now come in. He'll try to make a throw. Coming home is Morrison. There's going to be no play at the plate. The Lemurs take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. So a sac fly helps out the Laredo Lemurs, and that balk did come into play there. Yeah, Ty Morrison was at second base. He ended up getting balked over to third base, and that allowed Dennis Phipps to drive in Ty Morrison from third. So the Lemurs took an early 1-0 lead. 3 runs would come in to score in the top half of the third inning for the Canaries, so they would jump out to the lead there. They would make it 3-1. In fact, a couple of walks came into play when the rookie pitcher Alex Gunn was up on the mound. He saw the end of his trail come in the third inning. He only ended up going 2 2/3 innings in yesterday's ball game before he was taken out. So he ended up giving up those 3 runs there in the top of the third to the Canaries. Well, the Lemurs would come back in the bottom of the fourth inning with Kevin Taylor leading things off with a single. He'd be walked over by Dustin Geiger. Geiger earned that walk, so there'd be runners at first and second base. And then Juan Silverio would come up to the plate for the Laredo Lemurs. And this would happen.
The 1-0 pitch, it swung on, hit well into right center field. On the run is Richardson. Did he make that catch? He did, the shoestring catch.
All right, that's the wrong time of the game. Well, we'll go ahead and back up a little bit. In the top of the fourth inning, the Canaries were up at the plate, and there was a nice play made by Devontre Richardson. I was giving you the offensive plays. My mistake. But yes, in the top of the fourth inning, Devontre Richardson made a great play with Brian Humphreys at the plate.
The 1-0 pitch, it swung on, hit well into right center field. On the run is Richardson. Did he make that catch? He did, the shoestring catch. He'll flip over to second to get the double play as the runners were going on the pitch. And a very unorthodox 9-6 double play, and the Lemurs get out of the inning.
So that's right. The Lemurs get out of the inning, and then we go into the bottom of the fourth inning. Kevin Taylor would start off with a single. Dustin Geiger would then walk. So the Lemurs had runners at first and second base for Juan Silverio.
And here's the pitch. It swung on, hit into the outfield. That's going to drop into left center field. Being waved home is Taylor. The throw comes in. It's cut off. Taylor comes in to score. Sliding into second with a double is Silverio, and the Lemurs have cut the lead in half. It's now 3-2. Geiger makes it all the way to third. It's an RBI double for Juan Silverio.
For Silverio, he did a good job yesterday in the ballgame. He ended up going 3 for 5 with a couple of RBIs. So there'd be one out made after the hit by Juan Silverio. That Chris Elder would get out with a fly out to right field, and then Ryan Ortiz would have a chance at the plate with a runner at third base.
2 pitch, breaking ball swung on, hit high towards left field. Going back is Humphreys. He'll have to make his way back towards the warning track. Makes the catch. Here comes Geiger from third. Silverio also from second to third. Runs, scores, and Silverio is safe as the throw comes into third base. We have a tie ball game.
That's right. So a tie game at the time for the Laredo Lemurs, but it would be all Sioux Falls pretty much after that. Even though the Lemurs would come back and tie it up again a little bit later, it just seemed like the Sioux Falls Canaries had the magic yesterday. They would score a run in the 6th, and then another run in the 7th inning to retake the lead, and then the Lemurs would come up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dennis Phipps would lead off with a single, and then Kevin Taylor, he'd follow up with a single as well. Dustin Geiger would then pop out to the second baseman, and then Juan Silverio came up to the plate again for another one of his magical base hits on the night. The 1-1 pitch, swung in a line drive into left field, a base hit. Here comes Phipps. Taylor's on his horse, but he's going to pull up at second base. And Phipps comes in to score. The Lemurs are down by a run. Taylor goes to second. Silverio is in with a single and an RBI. That's Silverio's third hit of the ballgame and his second RBI of the night. Yeah, so it was 5-4 in favor of the Canaries at the time. Then we would go into the bottom of the 9th inning, so the Lemurs would be holding on tight. Well, it was a big inning there for the Laredo Lemurs with Jeudy Valdez leading things off. He would walk. Ty Morrison would pick up a single, and then Devontre Richardson would lay down a sac bunt to move both of the guys over to second and third. Dennis Phipps was then intentionally walked, and then Kevin Taylor came up to the plate in the bottom of the 9th inning. The 3-2. Swung on and a dribbler up the middle. That one could be trouble. The shortstop gets it at second, throws over to first. It's not in time! The Lemurs have scored the tying run. The out made at second base. The shortstop, Pena, grabbed the ball right by the bag at second, tagged the bag, threw over to first base. Taylor hustling, and he gets in there safely at first, and that ties up the game. Yeah, so a tied ball game at 5 apiece. We ended up going into extra innings. It was a silent 10th inning for both ball clubs. Each team went down 1-2-3, and then we went into the extra inning of the 11th inning for the international tiebreaker. That's when a runner starts at second base. So the previous guy that made the last out in the inning, starts off at second base for each team, starting in the 11th inning. So Jerome Pena was on second base for the Sioux Falls Canaries. They ended up scoring 3 runs in that inning. The Lemurs made 2 errors in that inning, so the wheels just fell off for Laredo. And in the bottom of the 11th inning, the Lemurs could not muster any runs. So the Lemurs end up losing 8-5. Here's the thoughts by manager Pete Incaviglia. He was talking to Cameron Songer last night after the ball game.
All right, Coach, just your initial thoughts. A tough one to swallow tonight.
Well, you're not going to win very many games making 6 errors a game. Didn't play well at all. Had plenty of chances driving runs. We didn't drive in any runs. We made 6 errors. I mean, we pretty much beat ourselves tonight.
What did you think of the start from the new guy, Gunn?
Okay. I mean, he hasn't pitched in a while. I thought he did okay. He kept us in a game. We're only looking for 3, maybe 4 innings out of him, and we're going to get Cody some innings today, try and get him ready for a start. So. Just okay.
Offensively, you had your chance. You were getting some hits. 8 left on through 8, and just kind of continued. It felt like that one hit was just eluded you.
Yeah, well, it's been the story of our year. We've had plenty of opportunities driving runs, and we just don't get enough hits with people on base. I mean, you compound that with making 6 errors, you're asking for trouble.
You talk a little about that rally in the 8th and the 9th. There was some real energy built in there.
Yeah, I mean, there was, but I mean, anytime you have those situations, you got to score more than 1 run. I mean, got the bases loaded, 1 out, or second and third and 1 out, or no outs. I mean, we got to figure out how to get a base hit there and win a ball game and drive in more than 1 run for the inning.
About the errors tonight, are you going to do anything differently tomorrow? Extra fielding practice?
Well, yeah. I mean, we've been working hard on it. It's just one of those nights where Devo struggled, and we made a lot of bad plays at wrong times.
Okay, looking forward to tomorrow. Henry starting tomorrow?
Yes, Henry's going tomorrow. Yeah.
How do you feel about him going forward? What did you see out of their bats, and how do you think Henry will match against them?
Well, I mean, Henry pitched real well, pitched 7 scoreless, I think, up in Joplin, and pitched real well. So, hopefully he can keep that going.
That's Lemurs manager Pete Incaviglia along with our very own Cameron Sunger after last night's ball game. Just going over some things there. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout, and on the other side, we'll come back and talk about tonight's pitching matchup. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at laredolemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn: Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
All right, back here on the pregame show, Bill Harrington and Cameron Songer live at Uni-Trade Stadium. Let's go and take a look at today's starting matchup for the Laredo Lemurs and the Sioux Falls Canaries. Henry Garcia is going to hit the hill for the Laredo Lemurs. He's done well as of late for Laredo, but overall he's posted a record of 3 wins and 4 losses, a 3.18 ERA. He has made 18 appearances for the Lemurs. He's made 8 total starts for the club this year. He's thrown in 56 and 2/3 innings with 69 hits given up. He's given up 23 runs. 20 of them have been earned. He's walked 18, and he has struck out 39 batters. He has done well over his last 2 ball games. In fact, he picked up wins against the Joplin Blasters in back-to-back outings, and he is currently on a streak where he has not given up a run in his last 17 and 2/3 innings of work. That goes back to his outing against the Sioux City Explorers when he came in as a relief pitcher for the Laredo Lemurs in that ball game. He's going to be going up against Steve Bouyer. Bouyer for the Sioux Falls Canaries in 2015 is 2-3 with a 5.23 ERA through 9 games. All of them starts for Bouyer. He has pitched in 51 and 2/3 innings, given up 71 hits, 33 runs. 30 of them have been earned. He's given up 6 home runs this year, has walked 8, and has struck out 27 batters so far this season. I say 8 home runs so far this year. Actually, 6 home runs that he's given up so far this year. That ballpark that they pitch in up in Sioux Falls is very, very live. The ball flies out of there very, very quickly. So it's an interesting place to watch some baseball for sure. So the guys all coming out on the field getting ready for the national anthem here at Uni-Trade Stadium. And we'll take a quick look at the scoreboard and what's going on in the rest of the league in the American Association. Kansas City and Winnipeg already playing baseball. Kansas City's up 7-5. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning. So that game well underway. Lincoln 3, Amarillo 1, bottom of the 2nd inning. St. Paul 2, Fargo 1. They're in the top of the 2nd. Sioux City's up 1-0 over Grand Prairie. The Ottawa Champions are up 3-0 over Wichita in the bottom of the 5th. And Gary's taking a 1-0 lead over Joplin. Here's the national anthem.
Thank you. At this time, will everyone please remove your hats and rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose rough stripes and bright stars drove the
now it's time for the
Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, everybody, welcome back into Uni-Trade Stadium. We're getting ready for baseball here at the ballpark tonight. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups for the Sioux Falls Canaries, the visiting team all the way from South Dakota. Chris Grayson's going to lead off. He's playing out in left field. Brett Balkin will play second base. He'll bat second. David Bergen, he's going to play at the first base position tonight. He'll bat in the 3-hole. Brian Humphreys is the DH, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Jason Repko playing right field. Richard Stock will do the catching. He'll bat sixth. Angel Chavez will play third base and bat seventh. Cody Bishop's the center fielder. He'll bat eighth. And R.J. Peruki will play shortstop and bat in the 9 spot. The Lemurs defense goes like this. Chris Elder in left, Ty Morrison in center, Devontae Richardson over in right. Silverio at third base, Medeiros is at short, Valdez playing second, and Ortiz at first tonight. So Geiger getting a night off tonight to start off the ball game anyway. He's going to sit in the dugout for a little bit while Ryan Ortiz goes ahead and plays first base this evening. Brian Peterson behind the plate tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. And your starting pitcher, Henry Garcia. He's on a streak right now where he hasn't given up a run over 17 2/3 innings, going back to his game against the Sioux City Explorers up in Sioux City. So he pitched against Sioux City in relief, went 4 2/3 there, did not give up a run, and then his last 2 games over 13 innings against Joplin, he has not given up a run. He throws a pitch here. It's a little bit low. We're underway at 7:38. That's your game time. Here's the lefty-lefty matchup pitch again, and that one is in there for a strike just below the letters on the inside corner. So a fastball from Garcia evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia will work quickly. He throws again. That one swung on, and a one-hopper right back to Garcia. He'll field it cleanly, throw over to first base. Ortiz will gobble it up with his mitt, and that'll be a 1-3 putout to start things off. Your game time temperature tonight, another toasty one here in Laredo, 100 degrees. And that'll bring up Brett Balkin. So Balkin getting ready to step into the batter's box. Chris Grayson did not play in yesterday's ball game except for a short time. He ended up coming in to run. He did score a run in yesterday's game, but that was about it. So Brett Balkin into the batter's box. We saw plenty of him yesterday. He ended up going 1 for 4 on the day. And Garcia into the windup. The pitch. That one's low for a ball. So that's how things get started to the 400 hitter, Brett Balkin. He's only playing in his 6th game tonight, though, for Sioux Falls, so he hasn't been around for too long. 1 ball and no strikes. So he has the inflated batting average right now. Your umpires for tonight's game, Brian Child behind the plate. We just saw Brian up in Joplin. He's a very good home plate umpire. We always enjoy watching him behind the plate. He does a good job calling the corners out there. 1 ball and no strikes. The leg kick, the throw home. Swung on a one-hop liner into left field. That'll be a base hit for Brett Balkin. That's going to be his 9th hit since he's joined the Sioux Falls Canaries. So he's doing well out of the box for this ball club. That'll bring up David Bergen. Bergen playing first base tonight. Brian Humphreys is on deck. Brian Humphreys is the American Association Player of the Month for the month of July. So pretty interesting month for him. But David Bergen's up first. So runner at first base. Balkin over there. Henry Garcia working out of the stretch now. 1 stolen base, by the way, on the season for Balkin over those 5 games. And the first pitch to Bergen is a little bit low and inside. No score, just underway. We're the last game to get started in the American Association tonight. Of course, 7:30 starts here in Laredo on a hot, hot night. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big hack there by Bergen. Bergen wears number 13 on his back. Starts the day batting .333 for Sioux Falls. He's got 9 home runs on the season with 45 RBIs. He went 2 for 4 yesterday, grabbed a run, had an RBI as well, and walked a couple of times. He sees the pitch miss low and inside right now. So David Bergen got that base hit yesterday in the 6th inning. Garcia, he holds the ball behind his back. He gets the sign from the veteran catcher, Brian Peterson. He'll throw, and that one is swung on and missed. A good pitch there. And the home plate umpire said that the batter got a little tiny piece of it. So a tipped ball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bergen out of Tampa, Florida, 6'2", 225 pounds. He went to Tennessee Wesleyan University as he'll take a breaking ball low and away. That was a changeup there from Garcia. The Canaries with a base hit. Brett Balkin over there at first base to start off the ball game. There's 1 out in the inning. Garcia deals home. That one swung in and a ground ball. 1 hop to the shortstop, Medeiros. He'll flip the throw to second for 1. Back over to first base on a hop. It's a double play, and the Lemurs are out of the inning just like that. Nicely done there by Medeiros. Medeiros had to go over to his right. He had to pick the ball, turn around, and throw quickly over to Jeudy Valdez covering at second base. Valdez with a short hop throw over to first, and Ortiz dug it out. So a nice play all the way around for the Laredo Lemurs, and they're out of the inning. We're going to the bottom of the first. Lemurs coming up to the plate. They need some runs early on here in this ball game. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, breakdancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
All right, let's get to the Lemurs lineup for tonight's ball game. Ty Morrison leading off, playing out in center field. Devontre Richardson will bat second. He'll play out in right. Chris Elders, the left fielder, batting third. Dennis Phipps working as the DH tonight. He'll bat in the 4th spot. Juan Silverio playing third base. He'll bat in the 5 hole. Jeudy Valdez will play second base and bat in the 6th spot tonight. Brian Peterson will do the catching and bat 7th. Ryan Ortiz is at first base batting 8th, and Jared Medeiros is playing shortstop and batting in the 9th spot tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. So there you have it. No score in the ball game. A nice double play turned by the Laredo Lemurs. And before we went to the break, I said the Lemurs need some runs early. Well, doing some research here today, I was just happened to be looking, and if the Lemurs are ahead after 5 innings, they have a record of 23 wins and 1 loss. Amazing. So if they could jump ahead and get a lead, they can go on and get a victory. So let's see what they do here today as far as getting runs early on in a ball game. Into the batter's box, Ty Morrison. With 6 hits last night, he tied a Lemurs record as he takes high for a ball. The starting pitcher for the Canaries, Stephen Bouyer. Bouyer, a right-handed pitcher. And he works out of the stretch to start things off. Here's the pitch. That one misses high, so that tells me that he's normally a relief pitcher or has done a lot of relieving in his time. But let's go ahead and take a look at the stats and see if that rings true or not. Well, yeah, it does. He has started 9 times this year for the Sioux Falls Canaries. The 2-0 pitch. It's low for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes to Morrison. But throughout the career, yeah, he's been a starter. Wow, amazing. He works out of the stretch as a starter. Here's the 3-0. That hits the outside corner for a strike. I was actually expecting the stats to tell me the total opposite of what I was about to say, or what I had to say, because he has 46 games in professional baseball, and he has started 45 of them. The 3-1 pitch. A strike on the outside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Ty Morrison. So he's only made 1 relief outing in his professional career. Pretty amazing for a guy that actually works out of the stretch. Here's the 3-2. Swung on a ground ball over to the right side. The first baseman bobbles just a little bit. He'll underhand toss to Bouyer, covering the bag at first. So Bergen throws to Bouyer, and it's a 3-1 put out in the scorebook. So 1 down, and Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate.
The right fielder, number 10, Devontre Richardson.
Now Devontre struggling as of late. Yesterday he made a couple of errors, but he's also been struggling at the plate. He's 0 for 17 over his last 5 games, and he has dropped down to the top 10 in hitting in the league. Just last week, he was number 2 and 3 in the top 10 in hitting in the American Association, and that 0 for 17 has just made him plummet right out of the top 10. Here's the pitch from Bouyer. Bunt shown there by Richardson. He'll take for a ball. It misses inside, and he did not attempt to lay the bunt down. So as the day starts, Devontre Richardson still batting pretty well. He has a .333 batting average, so that's pretty solid. You'll take that every time. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one is high for a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes. So now Richardson in the driver's seat. Needs to look for a pitch to drive here. Third baseman playing right behind the lip of the grass, looking for the bunt. Here's the 2-0, and that one misses away. So good eye by Richardson. 3 balls and no strikes. On the year, Richardson has only walked 8 times, so not a really big walk guy. He has 234 total at-bats. The 3-0 delivery. That's a strike down the middle of the plate. 3-1. No score in the game. Bottom of the first inning. Get you the defense for the Canaries after this pitch. And the 3-1 delivery. Swung on it and tipped foul. So over in left field is Grayson, and center is Bishop. Repko playing over in right. He's a former major leaguer. Chavez playing third base. Peruki's at short. Balkin at second, and Bergen playing first base. Stock's behind the plate tonight. That's Richard Stock. Tyler Shover was the catcher last night for Sioux Falls. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Richardson. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. That one will get up and over the ballpark. So it's a full count to Devontre Richardson. So even though Richardson has an over 17 going, that batting average is still pretty solid with the .333 mark through 57 games with the Laredo Lemurs. You'll take that. Here's the 3-2. Swung on a fly ball into right field. Charging the ball is Repko. Repko seems to have a beat on it as he heads towards the right field line. He'll get underneath it and make the catch, and that'll be the second out in the inning. Chris Elder, the next batter. So Chris Elder being moved up from the lower part of the batting order for the Laredo Lemurs to the number 3 spot today. So manager Pete Incaviglia making a couple of moves with the batting order. Remember, Elder earlier this year played for the Grand Prairie Air Hogs. Played 59 games with Grand Prairie. So far through 4 games with Laredo, he's batting .182. He's got 2 hits and 11 at-bats. The first pitch to Elder. He'll take a strike on the outside corner, a fastball. One of those hits was really big, though, for the Laredo Lemurs. In fact, it was the first day that Elder played with the team. He picked up a home run, and it was the only run of the ball game, so the Lemurs went on to win 1-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on a ground ball up the first baseline foul. So that's going to make it no balls and 2 strikes now to Chris Elder. Chris Elder played 2011 through 2013 in the Royals organization. He reached up to high A ball with Wilmington. He played 14 total games there in 2012. The pitch. Swung on another liner foul off to the right. He was signed as an undrafted free agent. And in the Royals system, Elder played for the Idaho Falls Chuckers, the Burlington Bees, the Kane County Cougars. I mentioned earlier the Wilmington Blue Rocks. High A ball was his highest level in the Kansas City Royals organization. No balls and 2 strikes. In case you're watching the screen, the Canaries today, they're wearing blue camouflaged uniforms. And they got a yellow logo of a canary up on their left chest. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score in the game. Bottom of the first. And the Canaries have bright canary yellow jersey numbers on their backs. They're kind of neat uniforms. I'm usually not a big camo jersey fan. But these jerseys, I think, they're pretty nice. The 1-2 swung on and a 1 hopper right back to Bouyer. Bouyer will grab it. Underhand toss over to the first baseman as he runs halfway over there. And that's going to be the 3rd and final out here. We're going to go to the top of the 2nd inning. The Lemurs go down in order. All is quiet on the southern front here at Uni-Trade Stadium. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at laredolemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7 Lemurs. Check us out at laredolemurs.com.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Delmar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
All right, back to action here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Bill Harrington and Cameron Songer, and Brian Humphrey is going to be stepping into the batter's box for Sioux Falls. Brian Humphrey is a left-handed batter, 6'3", 205 pounds, at a Pepperdine University, home of the Waves. The beautiful Waves of Southern California. It is a beautiful campus. I've never been there, but a couple of the guys that have played on the Lemurs Club actually went to Pepperdine. Here's the pitch from Henry Garcia to Humphreys, and that one is swung on and missed. And they told me how nice it was, so I had to take a look at some pictures online, and indeed, it is beautiful. I don't know how anybody gets any classwork done there at Pepperdine, but apparently they do. They do graduate. No balls and 1 strike, no score in the game. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Henry Garcia working from the third base side of the rubber to the Player of the Month in the American Association. He swings and lines one into right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit, so Brian Humphreys continues his hot streak into the month of August. And he's got a base hit to start off the 2nd inning. And he's batting .335 on the season. With that base hit right there, it's going to go up a smidge, but I'm not that good at math to go ahead and tell you what it is now. He's got 92 hits and 273 at-bats, so if you have a calculator out, you can do the work real quick. So he was the American Association Player of the Month for July. And stepping into the batter's box now is former Major Leaguer Jason Repko. So runner at first base, and the pitch. It's low and inside. By the way, Humphreys on the season with 6 stolen bases, so he can also steal a bag or 2. Yeah, Humphreys had an incredible 16 multi-hit games on the month. The delivery, high and away. He also hit 8 home runs in that span. And in the week, which he was honored as the Player of the Week, he went 17 for 32, helping the Canaries pick up 4 wins. He notched 3 doubles and a pair of home runs and 11 RBIs. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. 2 balls and 1 strike. Humphreys over at first base. Jason Repko in the batter's box. Repko in yesterday's game went 1 for 4 with a couple of runs. That one hit, though, was a home run. Here's the 2-1. A curveball drops low. So Repko's able to lay off of that. Jason Repko was drafted by the Dodgers in the 1st round back in 1999. That pretty much guarantees that you're going to make it up to the big leagues. A 1st-round draft pick. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Repko not happy with himself there. He kind of slapped at his bat after that swing. So Repko starting the day batting .272. He's got 59 games under his belt this year with the Canaries. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on in a high fly ball to left. Elder on the run towards the left field line. He's coming near the wall. The ball's going to get out of play and into the Sioux Falls Canaries bullpen. So Repko will see another pitch. It's going to be a 3-2 count. And the Lemurs would love to get a double play ball here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We might see Humphreys go into motion, so we'll keep an eye on him for you. 2 hits so far for the Canaries. The Lemurs, in their only at bat, have not been able to pick one up. Here's the pitch. The runner does not go. A curveball misses low and inside. That was a close pitch. The Lemurs do not get the call. And Humphreys will head up to second base. Repko earns the walk. That's going to be his 31st walk on the season. He has walked a lot. Richard Stock going to be the batter. Stock's the catcher tonight. He's the primary catcher for this club. And he bats from the left side. 6'2", 215 pounds out of the University of Nebraska. The pitch. A strike on the outside corner. Good fastball there from Garcia to start things off. Top of 2. No score, but the Canaries threatening here. Remember, Henry Garcia has worked 18 2/3 innings without giving up a run. The 0-1 pitch, a curveball swung on and missed. Garcia, in the last game that he pitched in, had to dance out of some trouble against the Joplin Blasters in the first 2 innings. So let's see if he can get out of it here. No balls and 2 strikes. In fact, he ended up having the bases get loaded against him in the first 2 innings against Joplin, up in Joplin, and he was able to work out of the trouble. Here's a ground ball over to the second baseman. Jeudy Valdez flips to Maderos for 1. They're not going to be able to get 2. The ball wasn't hit all that hard. So Humphreys heads up to third base. Repko is out at second on the 4-6 putout. And Stock's in on the fielder's choice at first base. So still no score, but 1 out, and the Lemurs definitely need a double play ball here to keep the Canaries off the board. Angel Chavez is going to be the batter. Chavez batting .211 on the season, but he's just recently joined the club. He's only in his 5th game of the season with this team. He's a former member of the San Francisco Giants organization. So runners at the corners for Sioux Falls. Brian Humphreys at third. Richard Stock over there at first base. And Stock takes his lead. He doesn't run. The pitch is in there for a strike. Stock's probably not going to be taken off. He's only got 1 stolen base this year. So the odds are against him running. The delivery swung on in a late swing there by Chavez, and he fouls the ball off. Just kind of an emergency swing. Angel Chavez, by the way, 34 years old, so he's been around baseball for a while. Signed as an amateur free agent back in 1998 by the San Francisco Giants. He made his major league debut on August 30th of 2005 with the Giants. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled away. He went on to appear in 10 games with the Giants that season. He ended up hitting .263, had an RBI and 19 at-bats. That season ended up being his only season in the major leagues. So Angel Chavez, a former big leaguer, a couple of former big leaguers out there right now. Well, Jason Repko's back in the dugout, but he's on the field. The 0-2 pitch, high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Brian Peterson's going to call timeout. He's going to talk things over with Garcia. 1 out in the inning, no score in the ball game. So Peterson covering his mouth with his mitt. And so is Garcia, both of them talking into their glove. And I saw the other day, I was watching the highlights, and I forget who did it. It may have been Justin Verlander. He actually covered the pitching coach's mouth with his mitt. I thought that was kind of funny. So the pitching coach came out there, and instead of Verlander covering his own mouth with his own mitt, he covered the pitching coach's mouth with his mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, swung on in a line drive, hit well into left field. Moving back on the ball is Elder. He'll leap. It'll be off of the wall. 1 run's going to come in to score. That's Humphreys. Being waved home is Stock. Here comes the throw from Elder. It's going to get away from everybody. Henry Garcia is going to have to run it down, and that's going to be a double and 2 RBIs for Angel Chavez. It's a 2-0 lead for the Canaries. Chavez roped that ball into left field. Elder had to pretty much go straight back. He was in a whole world of trouble when he was going back in that ball because the ball was straight over his head. He really had no idea which way to turn to try to go backwards. Either way he would have went, he probably wouldn't have been able to get to the baseball. So 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls. And the streak for Henry Garcia comes to an end here in the second inning, where he has not given up a run over his last 18 2/3 innings. So that's all over with. A runner at second base and one out, and the batter's Cody Bishop. Bishop will swing and foul the ball off. That'll get up on top of the roof right to the right of us. No balls and one strike. So Henry Garcia will throw home, and that one swung on in a jam job. A liner into right field, a base hit. Let's see what happens with the runner at third. Chavez is going to be held as the throw from Richardson comes in on a couple of hops to the catcher, Brian Peterson. So Angel Chavez moves up to third base on the play. Cody Bishop has a base hit, and once again, there's runners at the corners for the Sioux Falls Canaries. Well, the Canaries have come to town trying to take it to the Laredo Lemurs here. Yeah, look at the record of the Sioux Falls Canaries. They're 27-39 on the year, but they play in a division where the St. Paul Saints are just killing everybody. St. Paul is 51-16. So now Mike Meyer out of the dugout talking things over with the starter Henry Garcia and the rest of the infield for the Laredo Lemurs. 2-0 Sioux Falls. So Meyer will head back into the dugout. Everybody will break up on the mound and head back to their positions. 4 hits so far in the ball game for the Canaries. Well, one of the most valuable additions to the Lemurs club has been Mike Meyer, the pitching coach for the Laredo Lemurs. He has done a wonderful job this year. He's been a great addition. And the Lemurs have had some nice pitching coaches in the past, Bill Brick being one of them. Bill Brick, I believe, in the Frontier League right now, working as a pitching coach. Into the batter's box, R.J. Perucci. Perucci, the number 9 hitter, he'll take low for a ball. So runners at the corners for the Canaries. The third base coach and the manager, Chris Patterson, going through a set of signs for the Canaries right now. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery, swung in a liner into right field, a base hit. Coming in to score from third base is Chavez, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Canaries. So Bishop up to second base, Perucci in with a single and an RBI.
Next up for the Canaries, the left fielder, number 24, Chris.
And the Lemurs are going to try to find a way to stop the bleeding here. Fans still filling in here at the ballpark. People still showing up to the yard tonight. Of course, on a warm day like this, you'll get people coming in 8:30, sometimes as late as 9 o'clock to the ballpark. 3-0 Canaries. Runners at first and second base, and now the top of the order's up. Chris Grayson, he takes a curveball for a strike. 5 hits so far for Sioux Falls. Grayson in his first at bat, he tapped back out to the pitcher. A slider swung on and missed. A tight slider there by Henry Garcia. You don't see a whole lot of sliders from Garcia. 1 ball and 1 strike. He likes to throw the curveball. Throws the changeup quite a bit as well. And of course, every pitcher has a fastball in their back pocket. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. That was the changeup right there. So far, 6 batters have come up to the plate. Grayson is the 7th, but we have to see what happens with him. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on a liner foul over on the right side. That gets up into the concourse pretty quickly. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the second inning. Chris Grayson, currently 25 years old, and he's in his first season with the Canaries. A 1-2 pitch, swung on, hit high in the air into shallow right. Going out is Valdez. Is it going to be Valdez or Richardson? Valdez will take the ball. Richardson hustling in from right field, but Valdez is able to get out there and just put an easy glove on it. So that'll be the second out finally. And now Brett Balkin will be coming up to the plate. Balkin, in his last at bat, ended up picking up a single. And that was back in the first inning. Balkin from Carlsbad, California. He went to Cal State Northridge. He wears number 27 on his back as he gets ready to step into the batter's box. And Henry Garcia with the baseball behind his back, looking in, getting the signs from the catcher, Brian Peterson. Balkin all the way in the very back of the batter's box. In fact, his back foot is on the back line. He'll take a fastball here on the outside corner, slightly above the belt. So no balls and 1 strike to Brett Balkin. Wind blowing into the left field stands right now here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Chris Elder playing pretty shallow out there in left. Devontae Richardson playing very shallow in right. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a ground ball over to the left side. Silverio will range for it, but it's going to be Maderos grabbing it. He'll flip over to second base to Jeudy Valdez. There's a couple of players tumbling over there, but everybody's okay. The Lemurs record the out, and that's going to do it for the Canaries, but not before they strike. They get 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. We're going to the bottom of the second. The Lemurs need some runs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh. It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite is the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos. We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go. We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
All right, the Lemurs are going to lead off with the number 4 hitter in the batting order. He's the designated hitter tonight, and he goes by the name of Dennis Phipps. So he'll be stepping into the batter's box. This is the Lemurs' former major leaguer. Dennis Phipps been 8 games in the big leagues with the Cincinnati Reds. 3-0 Canaries. Back up on the mound is Stephen Boyer. And the pitch. Bunt shown, pulled back, and that's a strike on the outside corner. So Boyer up on the hill. He works from the third base side of the rubber. And oddly enough, works out of the stretch as a starter. The pitch. Misses inside. You think that's funny, Cameron? Oh, you're looking at something else. Okay. Thought Cameron was enjoying my joke. There you go. He always enjoys them. That's good. Swung on and missed. I highly doubt that. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dennis Phipps. Juan Silverio is on deck for the Lemurs. He'll be followed up by Jeudy Valdez. And the pitch by Boyer. That one is a fastball. Misses inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Sioux Falls coming up with 3 runs there in the top of the second inning. And the Lemurs would like to strike and at least get one of those back here. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swung on a fly ball into right field. That's going to curve out of play. Look out on the concourse. Ball coming your way. Well, Dennis Phipps last night, he broke out of an 0-for-14 slump. Ended up getting a base hit in the 8th inning. So 2 of the big Lemurs right now really not doing all that well. Devontae Richardson in a slump, and so is Dennis Phipps. The 2-2 pitch, and that one's inside. It actually hits him on the shoulder. So Phipps will head on down to first base. So he gets hit by a pitch. And now Juan Silverio going to step into the batter's box. So Juan Silverio, the third baseman for the Laredo Lemurs, will have a chance. Silverio batting .272. Silverio had a very nice night last night. He ended up picking up 3 hits, went 3 for 5 with a couple of RBIs. He had a couple of singles and a double yesterday. So a runner at first base, and Juan Silverio into the batter's box, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Phipps took a really big lead over there at first base as the pitch came in. He actually took 3 or 4 steps away from the bag at first. No balls and 1 strike to Silverio. 7 home runs on the year for Juan. 39 RBIs. And the pitch. Misses away, and a quick toss over to first base. Phipps dives back in safely. think Phipps is just trying to draw the throw there from Stock. Wants to see what he can get away with over there at first base. I remember when Dennis Phipps first joined the Lemurs last year up in Kansas City. And he was a wild horse at the time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is low for a ball, and Stock looks to throw down to first base again. Dennis Phipps would get on the base paths when he first joined the Lemurs. About the first 10 games, really was trying to do some damage for the club, and it was fun to watch. He would steal bases, and then he'd end up getting caught in pickles, and he'd made some great plays in the outfield, and he would make some mistakes, but he'd make up for them later on with some great plays and some great base running as well. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball swung on and grounded foul. That was a slider from Bouyer. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. But ever since then, Phipps has settled into his position here with the Laredo Lemurs. It took him, like I said, about 10 games to really get comfortable with the team. But he has been one heck of an asset by the club. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's got a lead at first base. And he takes a couple of steps, and now he's going to run. The pitch is low. It bounces away from Stock, and Dennis Phipps is going to slide in safely to second. So the kind of action that he's doing on the base paths right now kind of reminded me of what he did back then. And he does that every now and then. Just he'll get jittery over there at first base and try to make something happen for the Laredo Lemurs. He actually puts the Lemurs on his shoulders sometimes. He actually feels like he's the guy that needs to drive this ball club. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Juan Silverio. A long hold, and now the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and grounded up to the third baseman. Charging the ball is Chavez. From the lip of the grass, he'll throw over to first base. Phipps trying to take third, and he is thrown out on the relay from first back to third base. So a wild double play there turned by the Sioux Falls Canaries. It goes 5-3 back to 5 on the putout. It's 3-0 Sioux Falls, and manager Pete Cavilla coming out of the dugout now, and I believe he's going to want to talk to the third base umpire, Chance Wilson. The third base coach, Gibby Villacuellar, was having a few words with Chance Wilson, and now manager Pete Cavilla coming out of the dugout, and he's going to try to fight for his guys. And Pete taking a long, slow walk up there. So the play goes from Chavez back over to first base to get Silverio out, and then Bergen threw back to Chavez and tagged Dennis Phipps out as Phipps broke after the throw was made. So Pete wants to talk things over with Chance Wilson to see what his thought process was as they're showing the replay here. And it's kind of hard to tell exactly on that video screen if Dennis Phipps was in there or not. 3-0 Canaries. So that's a odd double play there. Don't see too many of those. A 5-3-5 double play. It's so odd I can't even say it right. So manager Pete Cavilla done having his conversation. He'll head on back. It's actually so difficult that I can't even write this into my scorebook. I'm going to have to force myself to write 5-3-5 for a double play. Just does not come naturally whatsoever. So 2 outs quickly here, and Jeudy Valdez will be the batter for the Laredo Lemurs. So Jeudy Valdez batting .265 on the year. He's playing in his 38th game with the Laredo Lemurs. And he's into the batter's box against Bouyer. Bouyer, 24 years old. He's a right-handed pitcher. He delivers. And it's a fastball inside. Bouyer on the season with a record of 2 wins and 3 losses. He has a 5.22 ERA through 9 starts this season for Sioux Falls. He throws the 1-0, swung on and missed. A big hack there by Jeudy Valdez. Valdez in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 4. He scored a run for the Lemurs. He also walked once. Valdez with 5 home runs this year and 15 RBIs for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs currently 3rd in the league in home runs. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield to the right side. The first baseman, Bergen, coming down in foul territory. He'll make the catch, and that's it for the Laredo Lemurs. Jeudy Valdez pops up into foul territory. We're going to head to the top of the 3rd inning. It's 3-0 Sioux Falls. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kailan Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Back to action here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Lemurs down 3-0. We're in the top of the third inning. David Bergen stepping into the batter's box. Here's the pitch from Garcia. He'll swing and the ball is fouled away. Back into the stands. There goes a souvenir. I used to love when I went to the ballpark as a kid and you'd walk up and you'd hear the guys selling souvenirs. And they'd actually say, souvenirs, souvenirs. Get your souvenir here. Love those guys. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is low. I also like the program guys. Program, get your program. Game day program here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Garcia with the high leg kick throws home, and that hits the outside corner. Bergen kind of drops his shoulder, drops his bat. Didn't like the call too much. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't know how often they do that nowadays. They have the barkers out front trying to sell souvenirs and programs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. That was a curveball from Garcia. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 pitch coming up to David Bergen. Bergen in his last at bat hit into a double play. That was back in the first inning. 8 batters ended up coming up to the plate in the second inning for Sioux Falls. Bergen was the only one that did not hit. He'll take high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Henry Garcia looking to throw a good pitch here on the 3-2. Garcia working from the third base side of the rubber. He shakes off, and now he'll decide on a pitch. The 3-2, curve ball. That's called strike 3. Bergen is left frozen up there. And he strikes out. That is going to be his 60th strikeout on the season. And Brian Humphreys coming up to the plate. And we told you earlier, Brian Humphreys was the American Association Player of the Month. And that was just issued the other day. We got news of that the other day here at Uni-Trade Stadium. So Brian Humphreys, very popular man right now in the American Association. The pitch, he takes a breaking ball. That hits the outside corner. That's good for a strike. Humphreys is currently 25 years old, and he's in his first year with the Sioux Falls Canaries after playing his last 4 years with the Colorado Rockies. The 0-1, that one is low for a ball. Yeah, he was with the Rockies organization. He was an all-star in 2014 for AA Tulsa. The Tulsa Drillers. They're in the Texas League. The 1-1 pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. Nicely done there. He collected 111 hits with 45 RBIs, and he played in 112 games that year. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The delivery. Slider low and away. And a check swing. They'll check with the third base umpire. And Chance Wilson does not give the call to the Lemurs. Chance Wilson right now hearing it from the Lemurs fans. Manager Pete Cavilla was out there arguing when Dennis Phipps was called out at third base when the Lemurs were up at the plate. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and a pop-up over to the left. That'll get out of play. Now Humphreys is a El Cajon, California native. He enjoyed a solid season in high A ball with the Modesto Nuts in 2013. He put up a career high in batting, 300, and he hit 136 base hits. He grounds this one up to the shortstop, Maderos. Maderos waits on it. He'll throw over to first base, and it's in time to get the out. So Humphreys is retired on the 6-3 putout. In his last at bat, he singled and came home to score a run. And Jason Repko coming up to the plate. So Jason Repko, the batter. Repko walked in his first at bat. 2 outs in the inning. It's 3-0 Sioux Falls. Well, Henry Garcia, starting pitcher tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. We told you he came into the ball game and he was working through 17 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Here's the pitch. Repko swings at a changeup and misses. So Henry Garcia was able to work through the first inning, so a total of 18 2/3 innings without giving up a run, and then he ended up giving up 3 runs there in the second. Here's the 0-1 delivery. A curveball hits the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Henry Garcia. He's trying to sit down a former major leaguer, Jason Repko. The delivery swung on, popped up. That one is up the third baseline. Here comes Silverio. He'll run down the third baseline. He'll hop in the air, make the catch. His hat comes off, and he'll run into the dugout without his hat, and his buddy Henry Garcia will pick it up for him. So that's going to do it for the Canaries. They go down in order. The Lemurs are coming up to the plate in the bottom of the third. 3-0 Birds.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Lemurs catcher coming up to the plate, Brian Peterson to lead it off. Lemurs down 3-0 in the bottom of the third. So it's going to be Peterson, Ortiz, and Maderos coming up to the plate. Lemurs have yet to pick up a hit so far against Bouyer. Stephen Bouyer. So Bouyer up on the hill. He'll throw. And a fastball misses inside. So Bouyer made his last start against the Amarillo Thunderheads. That was in Amarillo. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. That one is very low. And he ended up pitching in 4 innings, gave up 6 runs on 10 hits. He walked a batter and struck out 4. So he had a little bit of a rough day. In fact, he's working on a 2-game losing streak right now. The previous outing before the Amarillo outing was against Wichita in Wichita. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Peterson takes a strike at the letters. In fact, the last 3 outings now for Bouyer, including this one, have all been on the road. So he's missed his home starts. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on a a liner to the first baseman. Bergen digs it out before the ball hits the ground. And Brian Peterson is out. So a line drive over to first base, and Bergen just puts his mitt down, and the ball lands right in it. Here's Ryan Ortiz coming up to the plate. Ortiz batting in the 8th spot tonight. Ortiz working as the first baseman this evening for the first time this year. He has worked in that position before when he was with the Oakland A's organization. So Ortiz batting an even 200 right now. He went 0 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. So Bouyer delivers. That missed someplace. So Bouyer, he's a righty. He left South Dakota State. He led South Dakota State. He was second-time All-Career in wins with 22. The pitch swung on a fly ball into shallow right field down the line. Going out the first baseman, Bergen. Coming on now the second baseman. Diving for his Balkin, and Balkin makes an incredible catch. Wow, in foul territory, the second baseman, Balkin, dives for the ball and comes up with a nice catch with the first baseman, Bergen, going out. We'll show it again here on the replay. There's Balkin in your screen, and look at him dive and land on the ground and make the catch at the same time. An all-out effort there, taking away an at-bat opportunity from Ryan Ortiz. So 2 down, and Jared Maderos coming up to the plate now for the Lemurs. 3-0 Canaries. Working underneath some cloudy skies tonight here at Uni-Trade Stadium. It was pretty much clear all day, and then the puffy clouds started to roll in. The pitch. That's low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So Maderos getting an opportunity to hit tonight. And the pitch swung on and fouled away down the right field line. Jared Maderos, last time he was able to play for the Lemurs was on July 31st against Joplin. He only got 1 at bat that day. His last start came on July 26th. Here's the 1-1. Misses low and inside. So Maderos has been getting some time off. Of course, he's a rookie. Manager Pete Incaviglia letting him watch a little bit and trying to gain some knowledge from the bench. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on a liner into right field, a base hit. Charging the ball is Repko. Repko was thinking about trying to throw over to first base, but Maderos is on top of that. He knows to run hard over to first base when there's line drives into right field. So a base hit with 2 down for the Lemurs, and Jared Maderos will be able to try to make some moves from first base. And we go up to the top of the order for the hot-hitting Ty Morrison. Man, it was fun to watch Ty Morrison hit yesterday. Just a professional hitter through and through out there for the Laredo Lemurs. And you look at guys like this and you wonder what the heck they're doing here. You know, he's batting .413 on the season so far since joining the team. He was pretty much released from Tampa Bay due to injuries. And yeah, the business is that brutal, folks. You get hurt, have a couple of surgeries, and next thing you know, you're no longer on the team. Here's a toss over to first base, and diving back in head first is Maderos. He's safe. Yeah, Morrison picked up those 6 hits, which actually ties a Lemurs record set by Nick Van Stratton last season. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. Oh, and now the ball gets away from the catcher, Stock. He'll try to throw down to second base from his knees. And sliding in safely to second base is Jared Maderos. So that should be a pass ball, and it will be. So a runner at second. And 2 down. So Ty Morrison, if he can come up with a base hit here, Maderos will try to score. Well, the lights here at Uni-Trade Stadium trying to take over. If only that sun will go down. Here's the 1-0. That is low. 2 balls and no strikes. And so Ty Morrison starts the day through 23 games with a silly batting average. He's batting .413 on the year. He does not have enough at-bats, though, to be qualified for the American Association batting title yet. Here's the 3-0. Misses inside. So he has not peaked into the top 10. If he was in the top 10, he'd be the #1 guy in the American Association right now. But through 23 games, it's just not enough at this point. He's got a total of 92 at-bats 3 balls and no strikes. A runner at second base and a 3-0 lead for Sioux Falls. The pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner. Breaking ball there from the starting pitcher, Bouyer. Maderos with his head on a swivel over there at second base, looking around, making sure no one's sneaking in behind him. And the 3-1. Low, ball 4. So with an open bag, Morrison earns a walk. He'll head on down to first base, and he'll pitch around to try to get to Devontre Richardson. By the way, Morrison is on a 7-game hitting streak. He's 15 for 29 through that hitting streak. And now Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate, and a guy that's on the other end of the spectrum right now, trying to break out of a funk. He's 0 for his last 18. Here's the pitch to Richardson. He'll take a strike on the inside corner just below the belt. No balls and 1 strike. Runners at first and second base. Lemurs down 3-0. There's 2 outs in the inning. And the glow of the lights starting to heat up at Uni-Trade Stadium. Here's the set at the belt. And the throw home. Breaking ball, a curve in the dirt. So Stock's able to glove that one. He'll turn around and get a brand new baseball from the home plate umpire, Brian Child. Chris Elder's on deck if the Lemurs can get to him. Remember, Brian Peterson and Ryan Ortiz ended up going down 1-2 to get things going here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A strike on the outside part of the plate, a fastball there. So make it 1-2 to Richardson. He's got to be up there protecting now for the Laredo Lemurs. Both guys on the base pass can run right now, so if something gets into the gap, you know they're going to be going. The pitch, that one's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we haven't seen Devontre Richardson on a funk like this all season long. He's, if not been one of the best hitters in the league, he's definitely been the best hitter on the Lemurs club, him and Dennis Phipps. But he's been up there in 2 and 3 in the top 10 in batting in the American Association this year as he fouls this pitch off. Remember, he played in the Brewers organization. He was a 5th-round draft pick back in 2009 out of Florida State University. He played 4 years in the Brewers organization, making stops with Wisconsin, Brevard County, and AA Huntsville. There's no longer a AA Huntsville, by the way. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a ground ball. Couple of hops over to the shortstop, grabbing it. Peruki will underhand toss over to Balkin at second base, and that's going to do it for the Lemurs. Yeah, AA Huntsville is now Biloxi. AA Biloxi, home of the Biloxi Shuckers. That's it for the Lemurs. They leave a couple of stranded, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're going to the 4th. Cameron Songer's coming on for you. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet.
All right, we go to the top of the 4th inning. It's time for Cameron Songer. It's Cameron Songer time. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm not going to try to sing, but thanks, Bill. Leading things off for the Sioux Falls Canaries is Richard Stock. He'll be followed by Angel Chavez and Cody Bishop. That's 6, 7, and 8 in the Canaries batting order. They're wearing their blue tops, their camouflage print with the canary over the heart, gray pants and black lids. The Lemurs wearing black tops and white pants with black hats. And the first pitch swung on, hit back up the middle. That looks like it's going to be caught in center field by Morrison. He charged that ball. It was falling quickly, but it's one pitch and one out as Stock lines out. He'll head back to the dugout. And now there's one out in the top of the fourth inning. That's what Henry Garcia needs to do, and he likes that. His pitch count at 54 through 3 and now 1/3 innings. Stock heads back to the dugout. He's 0 for 2. And Chavez coming to the plate. He was the problem the first time he came to the plate in the second inning. A 2-run double in that second inning, which obviously is the difference in this game right now at 3-0 Canaries. First pitch, fastball in there, called strike. It was on the inner half. It would have jammed Chavez if he tried to swing the bat. Garcia works quickly. He delivers once again. Another fastball on the inner half, another called strike. So this is looking like a very quick inning for Henry Garcia if he keeps this pace up. He winds and throws once again. This one swung on, laced to the second baseman. A leaping catch by Valdez. He read that off the bat, took a shuffle step to his left, our right, stuck the glove up and made the catch, and there's 2 away. So Chavez is retired. That was a well-hit baseball by the number 7 hitter, but couldn't find any real estate. And he'll head back to the dugout, and just like that, there's 2 away. Base is empty here in the top of the 4th inning. Canaries up 3-0 right now. As Garcia works from the third base side of the mound, big breaking ball, and it's in there for another called strike. That one was right in there at the knees to Cody Bishop. Garcia from the windup. Here's the pitch. This one's in the dirt. Pops up as Peterson gets a piece of it, tips it up in the air, gathers and throws right back to Garcia. The 24-year-old left-handed hurler is set. He's ready to go again. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Tapped to shortstop. Charging it is Medeiros. He gathers, throws to first in plenty of time, and a very quick 1-2-3 inning for the Canaries. And the Lemurs will be coming right back up to hit here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Canaries. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering, L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Some dust picking up in the air here at Uni-Trade Stadium. It looks like it's a little bit of fog, but it's really just wind. It's been a dry couple of days here in Laredo, and now the wind really picking up, blowing from right to left at Uni-Trade Stadium. Prevailing wind tends to help right-handed hitters. Unfortunately for Chris Elder, he's a lefty. He'll lead things off. He's the number 3 hitter tonight for the Lemurs. They're trying to figure out Canaries starter Stephen Booyer. Bouyer's a righty. He winds and throws, and it's a fastball that misses low and outside for ball 1. You can kind of hear the wind whistling. Some trash blowing across the infield. The gray pants of Booyer rippling in the wind. Here's the 1-0 offering. Swung on, hit to left field in the air. It's falling quickly. It's hooking foul, and it gets into the Canaries bullpen and out of play. So the locations of the bullpens here at Uni-Trade Stadium. The Canaries visitor bullpen is down the third base line. We can kind of see it if we put our faces right up to the glass here in the press box and really kind of squint. No squinting can help us look into the Lemurs bullpen over the right field fence. Fastball catches the outside corner. It's now 1-2 to Chris Elder. We would need X-ray vision to be able to see the Lemurs bullpen located over the right field fence, 345 feet down the right field line, 325 down the left field line. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, tapped right back up the middle. No, it bounced off the foot of Elder. And the umpire saying that play is dead before it can continue. So Elder will walk it off. He is the newest Lemur in the batting order here tonight. He's making his 5th appearance with the Laredo Lemurs after he was acquired in a trade with the Grand Prairie Airhogs. The Lemurs sent the Airhogs cash. The Airhogs sent the Lemurs Chris Elder. That was back on July 29th. Now, obviously, we don't know how much cash, but that's a good trade for the Lemurs, as Chris Elder is a very capable outfielder. Coming into tonight's game, he's 2 for 11 as a Laredo Lemur. And it's 0 for 1 so far tonight, so hard to judge a batting average, which right now is listed at 182. A very small sample size. This is just his 5th game with Laredo. He's facing a 1-2 count, looks at a fastball. It's in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 now the count to Elders. He leads off the bottom of the 4th for the Lemurs. 3-0 is the score. The Canaries won last night by an 8-5 final in 11 innings. Lemurs looking to even up this series. Here's the 2-2. It misses inside, ball 3. So this is a 3-game set between the Sioux Falls Canaries out of the North Division of the American Association and the Laredo Lemurs, who are obviously in the South Division of the American Association. They'll face off one more time here in Uni-Trade Stadium. This one grounded past the second baseman into right field. Elder hustling up the first base line. He's in safely at first base. No throw from Repko in right field over to first base. It's a leadoff single for Chris Elder. So these two teams faced off for the first time all season last night. It's a 3-game series here in Laredo this week, and then later in the month on August 18th, 19th, and 20th, the Lemurs will be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Fortunately for the Lemurs, they get a day off before that game, as that's an awful long drive. According to the Canaries team, about 24 hours between Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Laredo, Texas. Dennis Phipps to the plate. He looks at a first pitch. It misses low and inside. Measures 83 miles an hour on the radar gun. That was pitch number 60 by Booyer, the Canaries starter, which means his pitch count is now even with the Lemur starter, Henry Garcia. 1-0 is the pitch. It's swung on, lifted into deep left center field. Retreating is Bishop in center field. He'll be called off by the left fielder, Grayson, who makes the catch, and the throw comes into second base. That was a long fly ball, but Phipps got a little bit too much air under that baseball. Call it warning track power for Dennis Phipps on that one. He will be stuck at 6 home runs on the season. He was thinking about number 7 right there. Instead, he heads back to the dugout, and there's one away in the bottom of the 4th. Juan Silverio to the plate. He had a good one yesterday. He went 1 for 4, knocked in a run, also walked, and struck out once, and also had a sac fly. Of course, the result not what the Lemurs wanted, an 8-5 loss. That broke a hitless streak of 3 games for him. First pitch to Silverio, misses low and inside. Pretty comfortable leadoff at first base by Elder. We'll see if he tries to go, or if the Lemurs maybe try to do a little hit and run action here. Try to get something going. They have just 2 hits on the game compared to 5 for Sioux Falls. No errors for either team. Canaries lead 3-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a called strike at the knees. Silverio digs back into the right-handed batter's box. Should correct myself. I was looking at Dennis Phipps' stats a moment ago. For Silverio yesterday, I thought he had a good game, and I was looking at the thing. As the pickoff throw goes over to first, back in safely is Elder. Silverio was 3 for 5 yesterday, and Dennis Phipps was the one who had just 1 hit yesterday, and that snapped a 3-game hitless streak. Silverio had hit safely in 4 games before his streak was broken on July 31st against Joplin, and then had 3 hits yesterday. So he's been on a little tear here. He's at the plate right now. Hit into a double play his first time at the plate in this game. That was in the second inning. Has another chance here to do something better. Could also hit into a double play here. Runner on first and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He was behind a fastball. 1-2 now the count to Silverio. And the wind is really active here tonight in Laredo. Black jersey with gold letters and numbers for the Lemurs. I see Juan Silverio wearing the baggy white pants. They're rustling in the wind. Is that fastball high and outside? And Booyer was trying to get Silverio to chase. And he would not. The man on deck is Jeudy Valdez. If this inning keeps rolling, he'll have a chance to hit. The Lemurs, after committing 6 errors last night, made a couple of changes in the lineup here tonight. Runner goes. This one swung on, grounded to third. No play at second. The long throw across the diamond is in time. They get Silverio. Now, too long of a run by Elder. He turned and started running towards third. The pickoff throw goes back to second. He's back in. Wow. That's some alert infield play by the Sioux Falls Canaries first baseman, Bergen. He saw that Elder was off of second base and threw right back behind him. He scampered back in and around the tag. So Silverio is out on the 5-3 ground out. Advancing to second is Elder. There's now 2 outs. Jeudy Valdez comes to the plate with the runner in scoring position. It's the first time the Lemurs have had that in this game. I should say the second time. Phipps was at second base in the second inning, and then Silverio hit into a very odd 5-3-5 double play. I'd forgotten about that. I had blocked that out of my memory because that's just not something that you want to remember as a Lemurs supporter, a Lemurs broadcaster. First pitch is high and outside to Valdez, a .265 hitter on the season. 1-0 as Booyer comes set at the belt and delivers. This one swung on, chopped to the third baseman. Getting in front of it is Chavez. He gathers, throws to first in time for the out. Lemurs can't do anything with a leadoff single by Chris Elder. They leave him on the base paths. We're through 4 full at Uni-Trade Stadium. It's 3-0 Canaries. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com. Henry Garcia back out on the mound after he's at 60 pitches through 4 innings. He needed just 6 pitches to get through that 4th inning, in which the Canaries went 3 up and 3 down. It was that big top of the 2nd inning that's been the difference as the Canaries scored all 3 of the game's runs in that inning. 2 of them coming on a 2-run double by Angel Chavez. He's not due up this inning as he lined out last inning. It'll be R.J. Peruki, Chris Grayson, and Brett Balkin due up this inning. Numbers 9, 1, and 2 in tonight's Sioux Falls Canaries batting order to face the left-handed hurler Henry Garcia. Comes into tonight's game with a 3-4 record, a 3.17 ERA, and this is his 9th start and 19th overall appearance. First pitch to Peruki is a big breaking ball. It's in there for a called strike at the knees. Peruki is a right-handed hitter out of nearby University of Texas at San Antonio. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off into the net, and quickly the count 0-2 to the 24-year-old Peruki. He's hitting .269 on the season, .282 against righties, and .230 versus lefties. He's one of those right-handed hitters who prefers hitting right-handed pitching. That's not all that uncommon in the American Association. From the windup, here's the 0-2 pitch, a fastball, and it's fouled off. Just fought it off and went opposite field. That one bounces around the concourse as Pruki fouls it off over the Lemurs dugout. 0-2 still the count to the Canaries shortstop. He's 1 for 1 today. Had a single in the second inning. That was the last hitter Garcia has not retired. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses low. Garcia has retired 8 straight Canaries, going back to the middle of the second inning, in which he got out of a little bit of a jam with 2 runners on and 1 out. Induced outs to the top 2 hitters. Fastball misses high and outside, and the count now 2-2. All 5 of the Canaries' hits came in their first trip through the batting order, as this wraps up their second trip through the batting order. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, tapped back up the middle, over the head of Garcia. It's a slow roller gathered by Valdez, the throw to first in time. 4-3 on the ground out. That's now 9 straight Canaries batters retired by Henry Garcia. Lineup will turn over here as Sioux Falls begins their third trip through the batting order, and it's Chris Grayson to the plate. We saw Grayson come in a pinch running situation last night in extra innings, so he didn't record an at-bat. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. He's hitting .270 on the season. The right-handed hitter from Lee University. Check that. He's going to dig into the left-handed batter's box. He lays down a bunt, rolls it down the first base line. It's scooped up by Ortiz, and he applies the tag, and he's out at first base. Nice play there by Ortiz. Used to seeing Ryan Ortiz get another look at that. Just an athletic move, lunging and making the tag. This is the first time we've seen him anywhere other than behind the plate or in the DH spot. Getting a chance to get some reps at first base. If not an unfamiliar spot for him, he played some there in affiliated baseball. This is his first season in independent ball, and he's showing why he was playing AAA ball last year. He's a versatile defender and a pretty good hitter. Brett Balkin to the plate, bases empty, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Canaries trying to add to a 3-0 lead. Garcia winds and throws, and the first pitch misses low and outside. Brett Balkin is in just his 6th game with the Sioux Falls Canaries. He's 1 for 2 today. Meaning his .400 batting average coming into tonight's game is going up. 1-0 as Balkin steps out, adjusts his batting gloves, and digs back in. And the pitch swung on, fouled off into the screen. Brett Balkin was undrafted out of Cal State Northridge in 2014. Played 11 games with the Raton Osos in the Pecos League in 2014. He hit .412 with 8 RBIs in those 11 games. So he really did well against pitching in the Pecos League, but there's a big jump to the American Association as he looks at a breaking ball that misses low and inside. But so far, that jump really hasn't seemed to affect him. He hit .412 in 11 games in the Pecos League last year. He's hitting .400 through 5 games in the American Association this year. 2-1 is the count as Garcia gets the sign. He'll wind and fire. Fastball misses low and outside. 3-1 now to Brett Balkin. We were joking last night, if you were listening, the Raton Osos, that's the city of Raton, New Mexico, and the Osos, which is Spanish for bear, so their logo is a bear, but Raton in Spanish is mouse, so they're the Mouse Bears. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball high and outside, and it's a walk. Brett Balkin will take his base with 2 outs. That ends the streak for Henry Garcia of consecutive batters retired. He ends at 10 straight. And Garcia will have to try to get the next out here as David Bergen comes to the plate. So standing on first is Balkin. He's 5'10", 185 pounds. He plays second base today for the Canaries. He does have 1 stolen base in the first 5 games of his season with the Canaries, with 2 outs. And David Bergen coming to the plate. I'm not sure we'll see him go. First pitch, fastball in there at the letters. That was on the outer half for a called strike. Bergen's been with the Canaries all season. He's hitting .333 through 60 games in the 2015 campaign. Fastball again, and it misses high. 1-1 now the count from the lefty Garcia to the righty Bergen. Garcia's 24 years old, 6 foot, 175 pounds. And here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner. Another nice fastball there by Henry Garcia. He is just daring David Bergen to hit his fastball right now. 1-2. Runner on first, 2 outs. 3-0 Canaries lead in the top of the 5th. Garcia takes a glance at the runner, now comes home with it. It's grounded to shortstop. It's a grass cutter, and it's an underhand toss by Medeiros over to Valdez covering. And just like that, 4 up and 3 down. The Canaries are retired in the top of the 5th. They leave 1 on the base paths, but they can't score any runs. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-0 Canaries.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
So it's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'll get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Lemurs will send 7, 8, and 9 to the plate. Peterson, Ortiz, and Medeiros due up against the Canaries starter, Stephen Booyer. He has been solid so far. His Canaries have a 3-0 lead as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Second game of a 3-game set between the Laredo Lemurs and Sioux Falls Canaries. Laredo comes in tonight's game with a 35-31 record. They're in the thick of a postseason race. Just 2 games back from the wild card. 5.5 back in the South Division. Sioux Falls, not so close. They're 27-39 on the season, and they're 10 games back in the wild card, and just a mile back of the league best St. Paul Saints, who lead the North Division. First pitch, breaking ball, misses low and inside on Peterson. So the Lemurs probably looked at this team, looked at the records of the 2 teams coming into this series, and might have underestimated the Sioux Falls Canaries. Second pitch to Peterson, also misses low. So 2-0 now the count to the 37-year-old catcher, Brian Peterson. Peterson is hitting .291 on the season. This is his 26th game with the Lemurs after he joined the team on June 23rd. 2-0 pitch, misses low and inside. And the count very quickly 3-0. Peterson picked up a couple milestones so far this year. His 1,000th career hit came on July 11th against Amarillo, and his 200th career double was on June 24th. 3-0 pitch. Fastball, a get-me-over pitch, and it's called strike 1 on Peterson. Peterson played last season with the Grand Prairie Airhogs after spending the previous 2 with the Laredo Lemurs. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Another fastball, another called strike as Peterson keeps the bat on his shoulder, really trying to work the pitch count of Stephen Booyer. He's up to 78 through 4+ innings as he keeps rolling here in the bottom of the 5th. He's allowed just 2 hits so far. Payoff pitch to Peterson. Swung on, tapped down the third base line. That's going to trickle foul. Chavez, I think, might have misread that ball over at third base. If he had been able to charge it off the bat, he might have been able to get to it before it had rolled over the foul line. But it would have been a tough play for him as Peterson got a nice jump out of the box. So the Lemurs catcher will make the long stroll back to the batter's box. Canaries catcher Stock will hand him his baseball bat. Peterson swinging a dark colored bat, looks to be black or brown. He wears number 26 for the Laredo Lemurs. Played his college ball at Bellevue University, but that was a while ago. He's 37. Here's the payoff pitch once again. Breaking ball fouled off over the Lemurs dugout and out of play, out of the stadium. Nice long at bat here for the leadoff hitter Peterson in this inning. He's making Booyer throw a lot of pitches. Really work that pitch count. Try to get him out of here and get to that Canaries bullpen. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Righty-righty matchup continues. The 24-year-old Booyer and the 37-year-old Peterson. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the net, and the battle continues. This has got to be encouraging for the Lemurs. Pete Incaviglia talked to his team before the game about really battling and keeping a professional approach to the game. A lot of young guys on this club. They committed 6 errors last night, and it's tough not to let that get to your head a little bit. But Peterson is a very steady, veteran, calming presence for this team. He has a future in coaching, no doubt, if he wants it. Here's the 3-2 pitch once again. Check swing, and he fouls it off. I don't even think he meant to hit that ball. That would have been high, probably would have been ball 4, but he can't help but foul off pitches at this point. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up here in a moment. And this is great news for the Lemurs. They're really working Stephen Booyer with this at-bat. From the windup, here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off once again. What an at-bat this has been for Brian Peterson. He got yesterday off. So his last appearance was July 31st in that 8-3 loss in Joplin. He went 1 for 3 with a double. That was his 6th double of the season. He does have 1 home run and 7 RBIs on the season. From the windup, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on another foul ball. This is incredible. That's 11 pitches in this at-bat. So this will be number 12. Pitch count now at 80 for Stephen Booyer. He has yet to record an out here in the 5th inning. Garcia is through 5 full. He's at 76 pitches. Fans trying to make some noise here at Uni-Trade Stadium to show their support to Brian Peterson. 3-2 pitch. Swung on another foul ball. At this point, Booyer's got to be thinking about just walking Peterson to get this at-bat over with, and otherwise this could just go on I don't know how long. Wow. Booyer's a pretty good strikeout pitcher. 27 through 51 2/3 on the season. He was very good at South Dakota State. 191 strikeouts in his college career. Here's the pitch, swung on, lined down the first base line. That's hooking, and it's going to get foul. So at least that one almost was put in play there by Peterson. All these other foul balls haven't even been close. This will be the 14th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Who says baseball isn't exciting? Peterson adjusts his batting gloves. I was worried after that one where he had to run up the first base line and then come back to hit with 2 strikes. I was worried he was going to be winded. Now he's gotten a chance to get his wind back. And I'm sure Booyer's the one who's winded. He comes set and delivers. It's high for ball 4. It barely missed. And Peterson, a very hard-earned walk. He leads off the inning. He'll stand on first base. What an epic at-bat. And Peterson wins a heck of a battle with Stephen Booyer. A 16-pitch at-bat. Brian Peterson will take first base. He's not a huge base-stealing threat. He has just 1 so far this season, had 4 in 95 games with the Lemurs in 2013, and 3 in 2012 in 90 games. He's a catcher. Ryan Ortiz at the plate. He's also listed as a catcher, looks at a first-pitch ball at his shins. Playing first base tonight for the Lemurs, the former Oregon State Beaver, out of St. Augustine High School in San Diego, California. Righty-righty matchup. Booyer takes a glance over his shoulder at Peterson. Now comes set at the belt. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball, again, low and inside. So this is now 18 pitches already this inning for Booyer. He doesn't have any outs, a runner on first. It's the bottom of the 5th. The Canaries have a 3-0 lead on the Lemurs, but this could be the inning the Lemurs break through. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled off into the backstop. The scoreboard showing 1 and 2. I thought the first 2 pitches were called balls, and maybe one of them was called a strike. So apologize for that. We get back underway. So 1 and 2 the count to Ortiz. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. 2-2. That was pretty close. I'm glad I'm not the one who's calling balls and strikes out here, but again, I don't have the best angle up the third base line here in the press box at Uni-Trade Stadium. No natural light left in the sky as the lights have completely taken over at Uni-Trade Stadium. The wind whistling, and here's the pitch. It's high and inside, and Ortiz will take his base. That was actually ball four. So the scoreboard was wrong. Ortiz will take first base. Walking to second base is Peterson, and walking to the mound is Joe Winklesass, the pitching coach for the Sioux Falls Canaries. The infield comes in. I'm not sure this is anything but a chance to buy some time for the Canaries bullpen. It looks like there's some guys just getting loose right now, not really any throwing going on in that Canaries bullpen. So Ortiz is on first. Back-to-back walks issued by Booyer. And here comes the number 9 hitter, Jared Medeiros, as the home plate umpire. That's Brian Child. Come in and break up this powwow on the mound. Runners on first and second with no outs for the Lemurs. They have a great chance to break that goose egg on the scoreboard. The youngest Lemur at the plate, Jared Medeiros, just recently turned 22 years old, less than a month ago. He's from the state of Florida. Went to the University of Miami for 1 year and then wrapped up his college career at St. John's University in New York. He's hitting 198 on the season, so he is certainly due for a breakout performance. He was 0 for 1 at the plate last night. Walked once after coming in. Or that was not last night, excuse me. That was his last appearance on July 31st. He got last night off. 1 for 4 in his previous appearance, which is a 14-5 win at home against Wichita. So he only played 1 game against Joplin. This one swung on, fouled off. I'm surprised that he had the green light to swing there. Usually after a pitcher walks 2 straight guys, you're instructed to keep the bat on your shoulder until he throws a strike. But that one was a pretty fat pitch, so not entirely surprising, just a little bit, that the number 9 hitter being that aggressive. Corner of the infield playing in. They are anticipating a bunt. Let's see what happens here. Medeiros swings away, laces this ball towards right field, but the right fielder Repa doesn't have to move at all. He will throw it back in. He hit that ball well, but straight at the right fielder Repko, and it's just been that kind of night for the Lemurs. They have just 2 hits so far on the game compared to 5 for the Canaries. 3 is the difference in the hit column, 3 is the difference in the run column. As Medeiros lines out, and that wraps up the Lemurs' second trip through the batting order. Ty Morrison will come to the plate for his 3rd plate appearance. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Lemurs trying to avenge a loss last night in 11 innings, in which the wheels kind of came off. The Lemurs committed 6 errors, including 2 in the 11th inning, allowing the Canaries to score 3 runs in that frame. That was the difference. A valiant battle, though. The Lemurs, they were behind by 2 runs going into the bottom of the 8th. They scored 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th to force those extras, as Morrison looks at a first pitch fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. Ty Morrison, out of Port Charlotte, Florida, a former 4th-round pick in 2008 by the Tampa Bay Rays. Spent 7 seasons in the Rays organization, including some time with the Double-A Montgomery Biscuits in the Southern League. 0-1 is the count from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the screen. The count now quickly 0-2. The runner on first is Ortiz. The runner on second is Peterson. They both walked to lead off this inning. Morrison at the plate with 1 out. Corner of the infield, shading in a little bit before, as if they were anticipating bunt, but now with that not really in the back pocket of Morrison, they can back up a little bit. Middle infield at the double play depth, and the left-handed hitter Morrison digs back in. Booyer comes set at the belt. Lances over his shoulder at the runner on second. Now comes home with the pitch. Fastball, high, ball 1. That's pitch number 92 today, 93 by Stephen Booyer. We already saw the pitching coach, Joe Winklesass, come out and visit with his infield. Got to imagine there's not many pitches left in that arm of the right-handed hurler. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swung on, grounded back up the middle. This is fielded by the shortstop. No play anywhere except at first. A stretch, and the foot comes off the bag by Bergen. Everybody's safe, or except the runner heading to third, as it looked like that ball had hit Peterson. And I know the tag was applied. It's the third base umpire, Chase Wilson, calling Peterson out at third base. So 1 out is made. Morrison reaches on what's a fielder's choice. He stands on first. Ortiz moves up to second. Peterson is the second out of the inning. He had to run between second and third as the force was on. And Devondre Richardson to the plate. 2 outs, runners on first and second. The Lemurs got the first 2 men aboard this inning. And they're trying to scrape across some runs here. They trail 3-0. Here's the pitch. Misses inside, ball 1. Richardson 0 for 2 today. He is in a heck of a slump. He's 0 for 17 over his last 5 games, now 0 for 19. Still has a .333 average coming into tonight's game, but he's also seen some highs earlier this year when he had a 21-game hitting streak. Swings and hits this one past the diving shortstop, holding up at third, and the throw comes in. Nobody's covering third base. And some smart base running there as Ortiz is certainly not the fastest man on this Lemurs club, and that one was all over. Grayson was all over it in shallow left field. That would not have been much of a play at home plate if Ortiz had tried to score on that. So the bases are now loaded. Chris Elder to the plate. He represents the go-ahead run in this ball game. Lemurs have the bases juiced. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Buckle in. Here we go. Devondre Richardson breaks that ugly streak of his. He gets a hit. He's on the bases. He's on first. He's the tying run in this game. And on a hit to the outfield, he has the wheels to score from first base. He has 12 stolen bases on this season. And he is one of the most athletic players in the American Association. He has ridiculous range in the outfield. They have him playing right field tonight. He started the season as the Lemurs center fielder. The acquisition of Ty Morrison, they moved him over to right field. He's also played some left in this Uni-Trade Stadium here. So a versatile player and a very quick runner on first base in Devondre Richardson. The pitch to Elder. In there for a called strike at the knees. Booyer doesn't have anywhere to put Elder and figures I'll get ahead in the count. Makes my job a little bit easier. Righty-lefty matchup with the left-handed hitter Elder at the plate. From the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt. Evens up the count at 1-1. Chris Elder out of Oral Roberts University. He's 27 years old. He played 2011 through 2013 in the Royals organization. Spent 2014 in Evansville. And started the 2015 season with the Grand Prairie Airhogs. In fact, the Lemurs just picked him up last week. 1-1 is the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses in. 2-1. So Elder, in his Lemurs debut on July 29th, went 1 for 3. As a Lemur, he's 3 for 13 at the plate. He has one of those hits so far tonight. Looking for another big one here. Here's the 2-1 offering. Fastball grounded down the first base line. That's playable by Bergen. He gathers and will tag the first base bag. The Lemurs get the first 2 men aboard on a pair of walks. They leave the bases loaded and cannot score in the bottom of the 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th. It's 3-0 Canaries. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation. Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
Middle of the order due up this inning for the Sioux Falls Canaries as they have a 3-0 lead. We're in the top of the 6th inning in the second of a 3-game set between these two teams. Canaries won last night 8-5. Lemurs looking for some revenge, and they weren't able to do it last inning as they left the bases loaded. Brian Humphreys at the plate. He's hitting .335 on the season. He's the reigning American Association Player of the Month. He'll get to wear that crown for quite some time as he lines this one down the left field line. It's hooking foul, and that will get out of play. If it had been fair, that might have been a home run. I say wear that crown. There's not actually a literal crown. You don't get any physical crown for winning the American Association Player of the Month. But maybe you should. Lays down a bunt here. Garcia gathers, throws to first in time. That was a little sneaky play there by Humphreys. He's retired. He's now 1 for 3. He did have a single, and he came around to score in the second inning. He tried to pull a fast one on Henry Garcia. He wasn't having it. So he's out on the 1-3 putout. Jason Repko to the plate. He's a former major leaguer. Played 7 seasons, 360 career games, and a nice square 700 career at-bats at the major league level. A career .224 hitter in the major leagues. He's hitting .272 so far this season. This is his 60th game with the Canaries. Looks at a big breaking ball right over Broadway. Called strike 1. Boy, Garcia breathing a little sigh of relief there. That looked like a pretty fat breaking ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner. That's better. 0-2. So Repko barely getting a chance to get situated in the batter's box, and he's now behind 0-2. He's 0 for 1 so far today. He does have a walk. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. It's Garcia putting too much on that breaking ball there. That broke right into the plate. Garcia will wind and throw. And this one laced past the shortstop and third baseman into left field, and Jason Repko has his first hit of the night. He'll stand on first base. It's a 1-out single. The 6th hit of the ball game for the Sioux Falls Canaries. Their first hit since that second inning. As in the 3rd, 4th, and some of the 5th inning, and started in the 2nd inning, well, for Garcia. He retired 10 straight Canaries. That streak was ended when Brett Balkin walked last inning. That's their first hit since R.J. Peruki singled in the 2nd inning. That was in their first trip through the batting order. So that entire second go-around through the batting order for the Canaries, they couldn't get anything against Henry Garcia. This one swung on, grounded foul down the first baseline. The new hitter is Richard Stock. He's the catcher tonight for the Sioux Falls Canaries. Former Nebraska Cornhusker. Calls Thousand Oaks, California home. He's 24 years old, a former 23rd round pick of the Cleveland Indians. He played for the Lake County Captains in each of the last 2 seasons, hit a combined 371, or 271. Wow, 371 would have been something. He wouldn't have been playing single A for very long. 271 with 35 extra base hits. I was getting ahead of myself. Runners going, a delayed steal to throw down to second is in time. They got him. Great throw there by Peterson. And Jason Repko is erased from the base paths for the second out. Brian Peterson shot right up out of his stance. That was kind of a late jump there by Repko. I'm not sure if they were just trying to catch the Lemurs sleeping or what. Brian Peterson's not sleeping. He's playing baseball. Lefty-lefty matchup continues. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high and deep. A little bit too much hang time on that one in right center field. The wind knocks it down. The center fielder Morrison camps out under it and makes the catch. A 3-up and 3-down inning for the Canaries. Lemurs coming right back up to hit here in the bottom of the 6th. They need some runs. It's 3-0 Canaries.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com.
I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7 Lemurs. Check us out at LaredoLemurs.com.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Much to our surprise up here in the broadcast booth, Stephen Booyer staying out there on the mound for a sixth inning of work. His pitch count is very high. I think at 100 pitches even right now. By my count, I'm not actually keeping count. There's a thing on the scoreboard. Don't give me too much credit here, folks. Dennis Phipps will lead things off. 4, 5, and 6 to up this inning for the Lemurs. As Phipps digs into the right-handed batter's box, he waves his bat aggressively over his back shoulder. And the pitch, big swing, and it's fouled off over the screen. Phipps behind in the count, 0-1, and the scoreboard showing one pitch. I think that means that it's 101 pitches for Booyer. I don't think they have enough capability to display a 3-digit number in the pitch count. Wind really rustling the jersey of Booyer on the mound. Here's the pitch, a big breaking ball. It misses high. Gets away from the catcher, but with nobody on, doesn't really matter. The wind blows from right to left at Uni-Trade Stadium, which really helps out right-handed hitters. Also helped out by the fact that it's 20 feet shorter down the left field line than down the right field line. 325, a very inviting home run target for a right-handed hitter like Dennis Phipps, who looks at a breaking ball that misses low. 2-1 now, the count to Phipps. He's 0 for 1 today, was hit by a pitch in the second inning, and then flew out in the fourth. This is just his third plate appearance. Swings and grounds this one down the third base line. It's a slow roller, long throw, and he's out by half a step. Great throw by Chavez, and Bergen with enough of a stretch was able to catch the ball before Phipps reached first base. So Phipps is out, and Juan Silverio comes to the plate. The Lemurs just can't really seem to get anything going. They got the bases loaded last inning with 2 outs. They weren't able to bring in the run. They had runners on first and second with no outs, and then 2 straight outs were made. So Phipps is retired on the 5-3. Here's Juan Silverio. He's 0 for 2. He looks at a fastball just low. And then another fastball delivered by the catcher right back to the pitcher. It almost went over his head. Booyer had to leap for that, and you got to imagine he's pretty tired. He's at 104 pitches. Come on, Mr. Stock. You can't make him work just to get the ball back. Fastball in there for a called strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. It's more like it on the throwback from the catcher. He puts it right on the mitt. Catcher's got to have a good arm. I'm teasing him, but that's a pretty tough position there from a throwing standpoint. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit back up the middle. It's caught by the second baseman, leaping Balkin makes the catch. The Lemurs have hit the ball pretty well tonight. They've just hit it to some pretty bad spots, especially we saw Jared Medeiros last inning, who just absolutely crushed a baseball on a line, and the right fielder, Jason Repko, literally maybe had to move one step, maybe. It's just incredible the luck the Lemurs have had tonight. 2 outs, bases empty, Jeudy Valdez to the plate. They have been shut out to this point. They have just 3 hits compared to 6 for the Canaries and 3 runs. First pitch, breaking ball in there, called strike. They're letting Booyer continue to work, and that decision has looked pretty good here in the 6th inning. I thought the Lemurs were going to finally start getting to him with his pitch count up over 100. They're going to start getting some runs on the board, chase him out of here, and make this a competitive game. Here's the 0-1 pitch, misses low. 1-1 now to Valdez. It's been just the opposite. Booyer has looked better this inning than he did last inning or even the inning before. The Lemurs are in danger of going down 1-2-3. They haven't had a hitless inning since the second. Here's the 1-1, swung on, lifted foul over the first base bag and out of play, out of the stadium even. That really had some massive spin on it. Valdez 0 for 2 so far tonight. On the season, he's hitting .265. This is game number 38 for him in a Lemurs uniform. Righty-righty matchup, and here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, tapped back up the middle. A leaping stop by Booyer on the ground ball, and then the underhand toss to first. 3 up, 3 down for the Lemurs in the 6th. And we will head to the top of the 7th with the score the way it was when we started these middle innings. It's 3-0 Canaries. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite is the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
All right, top of the 7th inning, which means the middle innings are done. Here to take you the rest of the way, here's Bill Harrington.
All right, 3-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, and Henry Garcia, since that second inning, has settled down nicely for the Laredo Lemurs. So he's back up on the hill here to pitch into the 7th inning. He'll face off against Angel Chavez. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a drive into center field, moving back on the ball. Morrison, he has a beat on it. He'll round the ball, come in, and make the catch. Well, the ball clubbed pretty well out there, but the wind blowing in and towards the left field stands, and that ball got knocked down pretty good. And Cody Bishop will be the next batter. Cody Bishop's gonna bat from the left side. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Picked up a base hit in the second inning and grounded out to short in the 4th. So we'll go ahead and give you the roundup on what happened in this ball game so far. Here's the pitch. Called a strike at the letters. So the Canaries got all their runs back in the second inning. Brian Humphreys led off with a single. Then Jason Repko earned a walk. The 0-1 pitch, a curveball, stays high. Richard Stockton hit into a fielder's choice, and that got the batter Jason Repko out at second base. So there were runners at the corners at the time. And then Angel Chavez picked up a double and drove in 2 runs. A curveball swung on and grounded foul. Cody Bishop then singled. So runners were at first and third, and then R.J. Peruki singled, and that brought home Angel Chavez. There's the 3 runs for the Canaries. Since then, Henry Garcia has pitched well. In fact, at one point, he retired 10 in a row. The 1-2 pitch, a fastball away. In the last half inning, in the 6th, when Jason Repko was at the plate, he picked up a single, but only 3 batters came to the plate for the Canaries. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, swung on, hit high in the air down the left field line. Chris Elder's on the run. He's towards the left field line. He'll reach up over his head and make the catch. So quickly 2 down, and R.J. Peruki coming up to the plate. Lemurs, unfortunately, have not picked up a run yet in the ball game. And they've left, so far, 6 runners on base. So a rough night at the plate tonight for the Laredo Lemurs after losing last night by a final score of 8-5. Here's the pitch. On a strike on the outside part of the plate. The Lemurs have lost 3 games in a row, so they're looking to break that up. You do not want to let it get to 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's also a strike. That one on the inside part of the plate. Their longest losing streak of the season is 4. Their longest winning streak of the season is 4 games. No balls and 2 strikes. The throw home. Curveball swung on and a big hopper to Garcia. Garcia off the mound. He'll throw a strike over to first base, and that's going to be another 1-2-3 inning turned in for the Laredo Lemurs starter. Well, the bats need to back up their pitcher. He's doing a nice job here. Even though he's given up those 3 runs, he has still done a nice job for his club. The team needs some runs here. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMIU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMIU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMIU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamiu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kylan Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Here we go, 3-0 Golden Birds. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, Brian Peterson to lead it off. He'll be followed up by Ryan Ortiz and then Jared Medeiros. This sounds like the 5th inning. This is how the inning got started. Peterson, Ortiz, Medeiros. New pitcher up on the mound. Josh Farrell taking over on the hill. Steven Bouyer is all done for the night. Bouyer. He pitched in 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, and walked 3 batters. He did not strike out a single Lemur. So here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-0 Sioux Falls. And Farrell, a left-handed pitcher. And he's back off the rubber as Brian Peterson steps out of the batter's box, and we'll get ready to start the inning. Farrell delivers, and it's a pitch that gets away from him. Farrell on the season, no wins and 1 loss. A 3.85 ERA through 25 games on the mound for Sioux Falls. He last pitched against Kansas City on the 30th of July. The 1-0 misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Farrell enters his first season with the Canaries, going 1-0 with a 1.69 ERA through 5 games for the San Rafael Pacifics. The 2-0 pitch. High for a ball. Farrell was recently named Texas Winter League Pitcher of the Year after posting a 4-0 record there with a .82 ERA in 22 innings while recording 34 strikeouts for current Canaries manager Chris Patterson. The 3-0. That's called the strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Brian Peterson. So between innings, while Cameron was doing his work on the broadcast, I was able to check out some news going on in minor league baseball, not Major League Baseball. The 3-1. Ball 4 to Peterson. So Peterson starts off with a walk just like he did back in the 5th inning. But back in the 5th inning, he saw 16 pitches as he kept fouling them away. Well, it seems like lifetime minor leaguer Mike Hessman. Yeah, he's been a long time minor leaguer. 1996 is when he got started in the minors. He's currently with AAA Detroit. That's the Toledo Mud Hens. He hit his 433rd home run tonight in minor league baseball. He has 433 minor league baseball home runs. He is the all-time leader in minor league baseball. Absolutely amazing how a guy can hit 433 minor league baseball home runs without staying in the major leagues. Now, he has some major league time, but not a lot. Here's the pitch to Ryan Ortiz. It misses a little bit outside. And to actually take the lead, so the 432nd home run was the tying home run. The 433rd home run, which he hit tonight, was a grand slam to take the lead in minor league baseball. The 1-0. Swung on a liner into right field. That'll be a base hit for Ortiz. He does an inside-out job on that one. Brian Peterson heads up to second base. Ortiz with the base hit. That's his first of the night. He's now officially 1 for 2, and that'll bring up Jared Medeiros. Well, let's see if Medeiros tries to lay down a bunt. Last time he was up in this position, he hit the ball well into right field, but the Lemurs getting later in this ball game, so they're running out of opportunities. They're down by 3, and even though the tying run is in the batter's box, the Lemurs still need to move a couple of guys over to score some runs. It looks like the Lemurs are going to have a pinch runner going in, and Brian Peterson's going to come out of the ball game, and it looks like Luis Poyorena is going to go in and run. So the Lemurs, one of the Lemurs starting pitchers, and the Laredo native, Luis Poyorena, is going to be running. And you get some good cheers around here for that. Luis Poyorena, well known in this area. Here's the pitch to Jared Medeiros. Bunt shown, he pulls back, and a throw back behind the runner. Medeiros has to stutter step and get back in. He almost stepped on the shortstop, Peruki. He even might have stepped on him. So now here comes the pitching coach, Joe Winklesass, and he's going to go up to the top of the hill and talk things over. So just looking at the career of Mike Hessman, I told you he's been in minor league baseball since 1996, and it's an absolute miracle that this guy has not spent more time in Major League Baseball with all those home runs. But you look at his Major League stats and when he's done in the big leagues, and this guy is your typical 4A player. And you might say, well, what's a 4A player? Well, you have a AAA player, and then you have Major League Baseball. And there's 4A players that kind of fit right in between. They're really good in AAA, but they're not quite good enough for the big leagues. And they play very well in between, but there's not actually a league, so they call it a 4A player. So Mike Hessman, throughout his time in Major League Baseball, he's actually a 188 batter through 109 games in the big leagues. And his home runs in the big leagues, well, he has 14 of those. So not a whole lot of time, 109 games. But an absolutely amazing feat to be the all-time home run leader with 433 in minor league baseball. The 1-0, bunt shown and pulled back, and that one is taken high. Runners at first and second base. The Lemurs are down 3-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Jared Medeiros. To me personally, when I saw the number of 433, when I saw it on the Twitter, I said, that is a lot of home runs in minor league baseball. 2-0. That one misses high. You know, just off the top of my head, through all the games that I've watched, I think the most I've seen was 100 plus for any of the players that we run into throughout the American Association. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Low ball 4. The Lemurs have the bases loaded. And coming up to the plate is the hot-hitting Ty Morrison. So a walk to Peterson. Luis Poyorena takes over for him at second base. Ryan Ortiz gets a single, and now Jared Medeiros earns a walk. Yeah, Mike Hessman has spent time in the big leagues with the Atlanta Braves, the Detroit Tigers, and the New York Mets. Last time he played Major League Baseball, he played for the New York Mets back in 2010. So I thought that was interesting. You might see that throughout the news here tonight around ESPN and those other sports networks. Here's the pitch. It's inside for a ball. So Ty Morrison looking for his first hit tonight. He's officially 0 for 2, but he does have a walk mixed in there. Lemurs are down by 3. The tying runs at first base. So the bases are loaded. A lefty-lefty matchup here, and Farrell delivers. A breaking ball hits the outside corner. That one glided across the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ty Morrison. He's all the way in the very back of the batter's box. He has both knees bent. And the pitch. He checked his swing, and the home plate umpire said he went around. So he'll be rung up for a strike there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6 hits tonight for the Canaries. 4 hits tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs last night out-hit Sioux Falls, but lost 8-5. So they just could not come up with the big hit. They need one here tonight. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt, swung on and missed, and Morrison goes flailing after a pitch. Really unlike him to go after a pitch that's in the dirt like that. He was being aggressive there, and he strikes out. And Devontre Richardson's going to have a chance. Well, Richardson just broke out of his 0-for-19 slump with a base hit back in the 5th inning. And now the manager's coming out, and he's going to make a pitching change. So we'll have a pitching change. While they do that, we'll do this. Take a break. It's 3-0 Canaries with the bases loaded for the Laredo Lemurs. We'll be right back.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
3-0 Canaries. And Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate. And new pitcher up on the hill is James Jones. So for the Lemurs, Luis Peorena running for Brian Peterson at third base. Ryan Ortiz is at second. Medeiros is at first. Here's the pitch from Jones. He throws and misses inside for a ball. James Jones threw in yesterday's ball game against Laredo. He threw an inning, gave up a hit, and he picked up the save last night for the Sioux Falls Canaries. He's 6'4", 215 pounds out of Barlow, Kentucky. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung in a fly ball, hit into center field. Moving back on the ball is Bishop. He's going to line it up. Tagging is Peorena. Here he comes to the plate. The throw is going to go into second base. Moving up from second to third is Ortiz, and the Lemurs have scored a run. So a sac fly by Devontre Richardson. And the Lemurs are down 3-1 now. And that's the second out in the inning. And here comes Chris Elder. So high fives all around as Luis Peorena and Devontre Richardson get into the dugout for the Laredo Lemurs. And here's Chris Elder. Elder picked up a single back in the fourth inning. He's 1 for 3. So now runners are at the corners for the Laredo Lemurs. Over at first base is Jared Medeiros. At third base, Ryan Ortiz. So the Lemurs trying to work from behind once again. Not an easy position to be in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one might have hit the top of the plate. I heard a couple of ticks down there. It was a very low pitch. 6 hits for the Canaries, 4 hits for the Laredo Lemurs, 2 outs in the inning, and an 0-1 count to the left-handed batter, the newcomer, Chris Elder. Elder surveys the situation, waves the bat over the plate one time, and he's ready to go. The pitch from Jones, and that one is a strike on the outside part of the plate. James Jones was drafted in the 33rd round back in 2011 by the San Diego Padres. He spent 2 seasons in the Padres organization, and he made it up to AA San Antonio. No balls and 2 strikes. Home of the Missions. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. That gets by the catcher. Coming home is Ryan Ortiz. He's going to score standing, and the Lemurs are down by a run. So Ortiz comes in from third base. Moving up to second on the play is Medeiros. That's going to be a wild pitch to allow Ortiz to come in to score. Chris Elder still at the plate. Now he's got a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Catcher with a few words for James Jones. Maybe he said, "I'm sorry," and then ran back behind the plate. So Chris Elder can tie up the ball game with a base hit here. Medeiros over there at second base can get on his horse and come on home. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3, and that's going to do it for the Laredo Lemurs. But they strike twice. They get 2 runs on 1 hit. There was a couple of walks mixed in and a sac fly to go with it. There was also 1 left. We're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. Lemurs down 3-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, to the top of the 8th we go. The Lemurs struck in the bottom of the 7th inning. They're now down 3-2. And Chris Grayson stepping into the batter's box. He's 0 for 3. He's the top of the order. Here's the pitch from Garcia. Garcia staying in the ball game and throws a pitch there, and it misses a little bit high. That's the 95th pitch by Garcia tonight. He has done well since that 2nd inning. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Good pitch there. In fact, he retired the side in order in the 7th, did Garcia. So he's still strong out there on the hill. The 1-1 delivery. Curveball swung on and grounded over by the Lemurs dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So here's your American Association scoreboard. We'll bring you up to date on what's going on in the rest of the league. The Lemurs have a chance to grab a game if they can come back and win this one. The Ottawa champions tonight beat the South Division leader, the Wichita Wingnuts, a 6-1 final. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a slider, called strike 3. Grayson's rung up. One down, and Balkin coming up to the plate. Brett Balkin. Kansas City beats Winnipeg 7-5. Kansas City's now won 2 in a row against the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Lincoln 5, Amarillo 3. That's a final. And St. Paul right now all over Fargo. It's a 15-4 game. They're in the top of the 9th. It's one of those games you just call for mercy. You ask for it to get over with quickly. And the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed by Brett Balkin. He almost came out of his shoes trying to hit that one. Grand Prairie and Sioux City, they're in the top of the 10th. They're knotted up at 1 apiece. So an extra inning game there. No balls and 1 strike. Lemurs down by a run, top of 8. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Gary big over Joplin right now. Gary's up 12-1 over the Joplin Blasters. And here we have a score of 3-2. 3-2, Sioux Falls in the lead. This is the first meeting between these two clubs this year. They're going to play again on the 18th through the 20th. We're going to be up in Sioux Falls. I'm going to get to say hello to my friends in Sioux Falls. Go back and see all the people that I know up there in Sioux Falls. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and a ground ball foul. All those people are maybe 2 people. That's it. So it looks like there's a broken bat on the play, Brett Balkin. So he'll head back to the dugout, get a new baseball bat, throw some pine tar on, and head back up to the plate. Well, the Point Street Player of the Week was announced today. And the Player of the Week from last week was Angelo Sonko from the St. Paul Saints. Sonko had a hit in all 5 games and he played in during the week, going 11 for 24. He batted .458 during the week. He had 5 doubles and 2 homers and 10 RBIs. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung in a liner up the middle, a base hit. Balkin gets a new baseball bat and gets a base hit with it. So I'm sure he'll keep that one in his arsenal. And David Bergen coming up to the plate. On the season, Angelo Sonko is batting .351. He has 21 doubles, 5 triples, and 11 home runs. He has 58 RBIs. He has helped the Saints to an incredible record of 51 wins and 16 losses. And looks like they're on their way to win number 52 tonight against Fargo. So Bergen into the batter's box. Sonko first joined St. Paul last year. I saw him play with them last season up at Midway Stadium. He was a former member of the Dodgers organization. Strike thrown to Balkin here. Excuse me, Bergen, David Bergen. No balls and 1 strike. Balkin's at first base. He played 6 seasons in the Dodgers organization. He reached up to Class AA Chattanooga. Toss over to first base, and Balkin back in easily. No balls and 1 strike. Lemurs down by a run, top of 8. Lemurs looking for a double play ball right here to put them back into the dugout. Here's the pitch. Curveball and a check swing, and that's going to roll up to the first baseman, Geiger. Geiger flips to Medeiros for 1, back over to first base. It's in time, and the Lemurs turn a double play. A 3-6-3 double dip there, and the Lemurs are going to come up in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're down by a run. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. Real proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, Dennis Phipps is going to lead it off for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs are down by a run. It's 3-2 Canaries. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, Cameron McVeigh is taking over on the hill for Sioux Falls. So Phipps, Silverio, and Valdez coming up to the plate. Dennis Phipps still searching for his first base hit in the ball game. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning, and he's 0 for 2 since then. McVeigh delivers. That one swung on, hit high in the air down the left field line. That looks like it's going to slip out of play. It will. So a very foul ball there off the bat of Phipps. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, that's wind you hear in the background on our crowd mic. It's a blustery night here at Uni-Trade Stadium. A warm, blustery night. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and that one's grounded foul. No balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors for the Canaries. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. Cameron McVeigh, the relief pitcher, was a 22nd round draft pick by the San Francisco Giants back in 2011. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that one's low. McVeigh's 26 years old, and he also enters his first season with the Canaries. After making 56 appearances over 3 seasons in the Giants organization, putting up a 5-5 record and a 4.39 ERA. The 1-2, high and tight. Look out there, Phipps. McVeigh made 44 relief appearances over the last 2 seasons. He pitched in Class A short season with the affiliate in Salem Kaiser for San Francisco. That's in the Northwest League, and he went 4-4 that year with a 4.24 ERA. He racked up 80 strikeouts, though. Dennis Phipps is out. So that'll do it for Dennis. And coming up to the plate now is Juan Silverio. So Phipps with the strikeout. He goes down swinging, and Silverio coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Silverio hit into a double play, then grounded out, and then lined out. Here's the pitch. It's low. So we also have the pitcher of the week announced today, a left-handed pitcher from Winnipeg, Nick Hernandez. Not only is Nick Hernandez the pitcher of the week, the 1-0 swung on and missed, but Nick Hernandez is also the pitcher of the month. So he's getting double dipped this week. So Nick Hernandez named Point Street Pitcher of the Week for the week ending on August 2nd, and also named the American Association Pitcher of the Month for the month of July. The 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one is tipped foul. In the month of July, Hernandez ended up going 5-1, earning him the award for the first time. In 2015, Hernandez struck out 24 batters over the course of the month while only walking 9. He was named the pitcher of the week for the week ending on May 31st and the week ending on June 7th, so he's had a really good season. 2 balls and 1 strike to Silverio. 1 out in the inning. The Lemurs are down by a run. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's grounded foul. Hernandez made 1 start during this previous week and dazzled against the Amarillo Thunderheads on Wednesday. He tossed a complete game shutout, scattering 4 hits and 1 walk while striking out 5 batters. The Gold Eyes went on to win 7-0. That was 1 of 7 in a row there by the Gold Eyes. Here's the 2-2. Swung in a ground ball over to the left side. The third baseman, Chavez, up with it. He'll square up, throw strongly over to first base, and that's in time to get Silverio out. 2 down, and coming up to the plate now is going to be Jeudy Valdez. So Hernandez overall on the season, he's 8-3 with a 1.86 ERA. And that's through 14 starts. So Jeudy Valdez trying to keep the inning alive for the Lemurs. We're on the bottom of the 8th, 2 down. Jeudy swings at the first pitch. It bounces over the head of the pitcher, charging the ball. Balkin will bobble it, and that's going to be a base hit for Jeudy Valdez. So he does keep the inning alive. And that's his first hit of the day. And now coming up to the plate will be Dustin Geiger. So Geiger went in to play defense in the last half inning for the Laredo Lemurs. Luis Pollo ran earlier for Brian Peterson, so Geiger's going to get a chance to hit.
Number 20, Dustin Geiger.
Geiger at first base and stepping into the batter's box for the first time tonight. A runner at first base, so that's the tying run for the Lemurs. They're down by a run. The pitch. Swing and a miss by Geiger. Breaking ball in the dirt. So congratulations to Nick Hernandez, winning 2 honors this week. And the 0-1 delivery. That one is low and outside. Of course, we told you about the player of the month, Brian Humphreys. He's playing in this ball game. We gave you his stats earlier, so if you weren't with us, I'm sorry. But we already went over that. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. But you can find all the information that you ever wanted to know about Brian Humphreys and the rest of the American Association pitchers and players of the week and players of the month on the American Association website. All you have to do is put in American Association of Baseball on Google and you'll find it real easy. Jeudy's got a big lead. He runs. The pitch is low. The throw down to second base is going to be a little bit tardy, and the ball's going to get by the shortstop, Peruki. Now Jeudy Valdez is up. He's heading over to third base. So an error, a stolen base and an error allows Valdez to go to third with 2 down. So the tying run for the Lemurs is 90 feet away. And Dustin Geiger up at the plate with 2 outs. Well, we've already seen 1 run come in to score for the Lemurs with a wild pitch. Ryan Ortiz scored in the 7th. So the Lemurs somehow, some way trying to work from behind in this ball game. The 2-2. Called strike 3. And that'll do it for the Laredo Lemurs. Wow. In the inning, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. It's 3-2, Sioux Falls.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation. Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark. All right, Sioux Falls coming up to the plate. New pitcher up on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs. Taking over is Luis de la Cruz. So the night comes to an end for Henry Garcia. He was fabulous here this evening. Here's the first pitch to the new batter, Brian Humphreys, and Humphreys fouls it off. We told you just in the last half inning he was the player of the month in the American Association. So Luis de la Cruz up on the hill. Henry Garcia went 8 innings tonight, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 2 batters. And the Lemurs are down 3-2. De La Cruz out there working in the wind. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and a double hopper up to the first baseman Geiger. He'll back up, grab the ball, go over and touch the bag at first. And Humphreys is retired. 1 down, and Jason Repko, the next batter. So Henry Garcia with those 8 innings, that's his longest outing of the season. His previous long outing was 7 innings. And that came just in his last start on July 29th. So he's really turned into a nice starter here for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs with 3 lefties right now in the rotation. Luis Poyorena, Henry Garcia, and Alex Gunn. Here's the pitch to Repko, a fastball in. Luis de la Cruz starting the night with a record of 1 win and 2 losses, a 5.14 ERA through 14 games. He has pitched in 14 innings for the Lemurs. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss, a late hack there by Repko. So Luis de la Cruz going right after Jason Repko. Repko on the day. Does have a base hit. He's officially 1 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch home. Bunt shown, and that's taken for a strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Repko. De La Cruz last pitched against Joplin on July 31st. So he's had a couple of days of rest. And the 1-2 pitch. High, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ortiz now behind the plate. Geiger's over at first base. And the rest of the Lemurs defense stays the same. Remember, Brian Peterson was lifted for a pinch runner back in the 7th inning. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled off. So Repko will see another 2-2 pitch. De La Cruz, a big, tall righty, 6'6", 225 pounds. And Repko with an open stance on the right side with a little bit of a sway in the batter's box. The pitch is away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lemurs down by a run. They'll have 1 more shot in the bottom of the 9th inning. And De La Cruz at the chest delivers. Swung and missed. Strike 3. So he strikes out Jason Repko, and now Richard Stock coming up to the plate. 3rd strikeout thrown up by Lemurs pitching tonight.
Next up for the Canaries, the catcher number 9, Richard Stock.
So Stock on the day, he scored a run back in the 2nd, lined out to center field in the 4th inning and flew out to center field in the last at bat. That was back in the 6th. He takes a pitch that misses outside here. 1 ball and no strikes. De La Cruz with the baseball in his right hand. He'll bring his hands together. He works out of the stretch with nobody on, and the 1-0. Swung on and fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, the Lemurs will have one more home game tomorrow night, and then they'll head on the road for 6. Some big games coming up. Definitely some winnable games, but the Lemurs need to turn on the offense. They're going to be going up to Amarillo, and Amarillo plays well at home. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses inside. They'll also be going up to Grand Prairie. Both teams that are not faring all that well in the American Association South, especially Grand Prairie. Amarillo with a record of 30 wins and 37 losses. They're 11 games out to start the day. The 2-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Grand Prairie with a record of 23 wins and 44 losses on the year. They're 18 games out to start the day in the American Association South. So definitely a couple of teams the Lemurs need to beat. Unfortunately for the Lemurs, they've had a tough time against both of those clubs. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Misses away. It's going to be 3 balls and 2 strikes now. This year, the Lemurs, against teams in the South, they're 6-6 against Amarillo, and they're 5-5 against Grand Prairie. 2 teams they should definitely be up over 500 with. Here's a high pop-up over to the left side. Silverio in foul territory over by the Sioux Falls dugout, and the ball is going to land foul. So the count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the Lemurs have gone 5-3 against Amarillo here. They're 1-3 against Amarillo on the road. So Lemurs have only played 4 games up in Amarillo this year, but they haven't fared too well in that series. Here's the 3-2. Swung on a liner up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. The ball's going to fall, and coming in to grab it is Ty Morrison. So a base hit for Richard Stock. He keeps the inning alive. And coming up to the plate now is Angel Chavez. Chavez with a double and 2 RBIs coming back in the 2nd inning. So he's a big reason the Sioux Falls club is up right now. And the Lemurs took it to Joplin this year, and they're done with the Joplin Blasters. They won't face them anymore. And the Wichita Wingnuts have beaten the Laredo Lemurs this year, but they're almost 500, are they, against Wichita? Here's the pitch, swung on in a liner to the shortstop Medeiros. He'll put it away, and that's going to do it for the Sioux Falls Canaries. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 9th, and the Lemurs need 1 to tie, 2 to go home. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts: personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at laredolemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn: Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS. Check us out at laredolemurs.com.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free.
confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
All right, the Lemurs coming up in the bottom of the 9th inning. And it's going to be Ortiz, Maderos, and Morrison to get things started. And they're going to be facing off against Chase Johnson. We saw Chase Johnson pitch last night for Sioux Falls. He is their closer. And he'll try to put away the Laredo Lemurs. Last night, Chase Johnson ended up giving up a run to Laredo. So the Lemurs were able to tie it up and take it into extra innings. But the Lemurs lost in extra innings last night. So they're down a run right now. Similar situation to what we saw last night. Here's the pitch to Ortiz, and it misses high. Ortiz in his last at-bat picked up a single, and he came in to score a run. So the Lemurs put up their 2 runs in the 7th inning. Sioux Falls grabbed their 3 runs back in the 2nd. The 1-0 misses inside. So 2 balls and no strikes. Chase Johnson out of Avondale, Arizona, 6'5", 245 pounds. And he attended college at South Mountain Community College. He'll throw high here, and it makes it a 3-0 count. So Ortiz trying to work his way on with a walk, and the Lemurs will take it any way they can get it. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner, a fastball. 3 runs on 8 hits for Sioux Falls, 2 runs on 5 hits for the Lemurs tonight. Overall, a pretty clean game, no errors on either side. And the pitch is popped up in the air over to the right side, and that's going to get foul. So that'll make it a 3-2 count to Ryan Ortiz. Ortiz popped out in the foul territory back in the 3rd inning, walked in the 5th, and got that single and run scored in the 7th inning. The 3-2. High ball 4. The Lemurs have a leadoff base runner, and they're down a run. So a very important base runner there for Laredo. Now coming up to the plate is Jared Maderos. Maderos looking down at the third base coach, Gibby Vellacuellar. Gibby's going through a set of signs. There might be a bunt play on here. We'll have to wait and see. Probably not a bad idea for Laredo to try to lay down a bunt in this situation. Maderos will show bunt. He'll bunt at the ball and bunt it in the air, but into foul territory, and the ball drops. So the Lemurs get lucky there, and Chase Johnson throwing a fastball up, which is a little bit tougher pitch to bunt for any batter. And Maderos ended up popping it up, and that's probably what Johnson was looking for, a pop-up out of the bunt. No balls and 1 strike. 3-2 Canaries. Ortiz with a short lead from first. Bunt shown again, and that one's pulled back by Jared Maderos. He'll let the high fastball go by that time. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Johnson has the sign. Maderos shows bunt again. Bunts after that ball, and it's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Maderos. So Maderos can't get the bunt down, and we'll see what he does here. See if he'll try to lay it down again or just swing away. He did hit a ball very, very hard back in the 5th inning, and he has a single under his belt tonight. The 1-2. He swings and pops one up into left field. Coming in, Grayson. Grayson is underneath it. He'll make the catch. He'll squeeze the ball. And that's the first out in the inning. So Maderos can't get the bunt down. And that leaves Ryan Ortiz over at first base. So Ty Morrison's going to have to do the trick here and try to get a base hit to get Ortiz moving. Bottom of the 9th. The Lemurs are down by a run. Ty Morrison looking for his first base hit in the ball game. So what better time than now? Morrison from the left side of the batter's box, a right-handed pitcher up on the mound, and a toss over to first base. Morrison currently on a 7-game hitting streak, and that's in danger right now. I'm sure the Lemurs much rather have the win than worry about his hitting streak, but if he can get a hit, he'll do a couple of things. As that pitch is swung on and missed, he'll extend the inning for the Laredo Lemurs and help extend his hitting streak. No balls and 1 strike. The delivery. Changeup swung on and missed. A nasty one there. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Ty Morrison tightens up the batting gloves, taps the front end of the plate. And the 0-2. Another changeup swung on and missed. That's going to be strike 3. So that's going to leave it up to Devontre Richardson to try to save the day for the Laredo Lemurs. So Morrison fooled there by a couple of changeups. So Richardson on the season. He does have 7 home runs. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball, but the wind blowing across and into left field. So it's not a really home run hitter's night here at Uni-Trade Stadium. The ball may be knocked down. 1 ball and no strikes. Lemurs are down by a run. 2 outs on the bottom of the 9th. The pitch swung on and sliced foul over to the right. A 1-1 count to Richardson. Richardson on the night. He has a sac fly that drove in a run back in the 7th inning. He had a fly ball out to center field to bring home. At the time, it was Luis Payorena running for Brian Peterson. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Devontre Richardson. 2 outs in the inning. The Lemurs have the tying run at first. And the pitch. Changeup swung on, and that's fouled back. Richardson was able to stick with the changeup. At least he got a little piece of it. So now it's 2-2. Some new baseballs being brought out by the ball by. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lemurs are down by a run, and they're down to their last out of the ball game. The set, the pitch. Changeup low, and Richardson's able to lay off of it. And that's the same pitch that Ty Morrison struck out on. It's a pretty nasty changeup. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now, so the runner's going to be off and moving with the pitch. There he goes. The pitch is swung and grounded up the third baseline, foul. So Ortiz will head on back to first base. Another full count pitch, and Chase Johnson going to the well on that changeup quite a bit. Here's the pitch. A fastball misses high. The tying run will move up to second base on the walk to Richardson, and Chris Elder is going to be the batter. Now a visit from the catcher. So the Lemurs are not going to go away easily here tonight. A couple of walks have put 2 runners on for the Lemurs. And Chris Elder with a base hit already tonight. He's 1 for 4. He was up at the plate last time when Ryan Ortiz came in to score on the wild pitch. Elder has been a hero. One time already in a Lemurs uniform, hitting a solo home run in that game against Joplin with the Lemurs 1-1-0. It was a 7th inning home run. The pitch to Elder. This is inside. That was a changeup. 3-2 Canaries, bottom of the 9th inning. 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Laredo. And the pitch. Change up. A check swing by Elder. Did he go around? They'll check with the third base umpire. He says no, he did not. 2-0 now to Elder. Well, Dennis Phipps is on deck for the Lemurs. But Elder would like to do the damage himself if he can. The 2-0. Swung on and popped up right around the plate. The catcher with the mask off. That's Stock. He'll squeeze it, and that's the ball game. The Lemurs lose on a pop-up in foul territory. Your final score, Canaries 3, Lemurs 2. We'll take a timeout, come back with the postgame show. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU. Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at laredolemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7 Lemurs. Check us out at laredolemurs.com.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at laredolemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarrias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show. Bill Harrington and Cameron Songer here at Uni-Trade Stadium, and we'll go ahead and wrap this one up, put a nice little bow on top of it. The Lemurs lose tonight by a final score of 3-2 to the Sioux Falls Canaries. Sioux Falls picked up 3 runs on 8 hits. They made no errors. The Lemurs with 2 runs on 5 hits. They made no errors here in the ball game tonight. And the runners left on base. Let's see if we could find those real quick for you. As the Laredo Lemurs ended up leaving 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runners on base here tonight. And that's tough. Can't keep doing that. The Lemurs not doing well in that category here this year. They've in the past been able to drive in those runners, but of course different teams every single year pretty much with all the independent clubs. I mean, some of the teams do stay intact, but not all of them. And the Laredo Lemurs changing a lot of faces this offseason. So the Lemurs lose with that final score of 3-2. The winning pitcher tonight was the starting pitcher for the Sioux Falls Canaries, Stephen Bouyer. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. He walked 3 and didn't strike anybody out. The save goes to Chase Johnson here this evening. So he gets another save under his belt. He got one. Well, actually, he did not get one yesterday, did he? Nope. And Garcia ends up taking the loss. Henry Garcia went 8 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. He walked 2 and struck out a couple of batters. So here's how the ball game went. The Canaries scored in the second inning. That's the only time they got any runs up on the board. Brian Humphreys reached on a single. Then Jason Repko walked, and then Richard Stock hit into a fielder's choice. So Repko was out at second, and that put runners at the corners. Angel Chavez came up to the plate. He picked up a double. That drove in the 2 runs. Both Humphreys and Stock came in to score, and that would make it a 2-0 lead in favor of Sioux Falls. Then Angel Chavez, after a base hit by Cody Bishop, would go over to third base, and then R.J. Peruki would pick up a single, and that would drive in Angel Chavez, and that would make it 3-0 in favor of the Canaries. Well, after that, Henry Garcia really settled down nicely. In fact, he ended up retiring 10 in a row against the Canaries, but the Lemurs offense just was not able to get themselves back into the ball game. And they got close, but they were not able to get close enough to tie the game up. Well, they were close enough to tie the game up. They just never tied it up, I should say. So Brian Peterson in the 7th inning started things off with a walk. Then Ryan Ortiz picked up a base hit. The Lemurs were at first and second base. Brian Peterson was replaced with a runner, Luis Poyorena. And then Jared Medeiros earned a walk. That loaded the bases for the Lemurs. Ty Morrison then came up to the plate. He struck out. Devontre Richardson hit a sac fly to center field. That brought in a run. And then Chris Elder struck out to end the inning for the Laredo Lemurs. So the Lemurs left a runner stranded there at second base in the 7th inning. The Lemurs left another runner stranded at second base in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ryan Ortiz was stranded out there in the 9th. So the Lemurs picked up 2 runs in the 7th, and they were not able to bring in any more in the ball game. The Lemurs did leave the bases loaded in the 5th inning, and they left a runner in scoring position back in the 3rd. So just a rough night for the Laredo Lemurs trying to bring home some runs, and that's beginning to be the story of the season here for the Laredo Lemurs as we keep moving on throughout the season. The Lemurs have now lost 4 games in a row, and they've done that several times so far this year as they move a little bit further back in the standings with a record of 35 wins and 32 losses on the year here in the South Division. So let's go and get to the scoreboard from around the league. Then we'll give you a quick standings in the American Association South Division, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Ottawa today, they beat Wichita, so the Lemurs lose a chance to go ahead and try to gain a game on the Wichita Wingnuts. So Ottawa 6, Wichita 1. Kansas City, they win over Winnipeg. It's a 7-5 final up in Winnipeg. And the Lincoln Salt Dogs beat the Amarillo Thunderheads tonight 5-3. St. Paul over Fargo 15-4. Sioux City beats Grand Prairie in 10 innings. Sioux City wins 2-1. And Gary all over Joplin tonight, a 12-1 final in favor of the Gary South Shore Railcats. So here's the standings in the American Association South Division as the night has come to an end in the league. Wichita, of course, still leading the way. They have a record of 41 wins and 27 losses. Joplin's back 3.5 games at 36-29. And the Laredo Lemurs are back 5.5 games, and they are at 35-32. So that's where things stand for the Laredo Lemurs. 35 wins, 32 losses, 5.5 games back, and they are 4-6 over their last 10 games. So that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. For Cameron Songer, my name is Bill Harrington. I hope you all enjoyed it, and the Lemurs take a loss here tonight by a final score of 3-2. We'll be back at it tomorrow night, 7:15 for the pregame show, 7:30 for the first pitch. I hope you join us. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.